Best Dance Boys podcast, period. Welcome. 806. 806. 806. 806. Catching the vibe. 806. Hell of a night. 806. 806. 806. 806. Shout out G. 806. 806.
You're now in the mix with DJ Wolfka.
You already know what it is. Your boy Melly Melon. This is the Best Dance Sports podcast, period. This is 806 the show. We've got a fantastic show for you guys as always. I am joined by my co-host to the left, Salem High alumni, former YS Uber and Chinese food connoisseur, R.E.G. And to the right, Salem High alumni, former senior football captain and basketball all-star, Sanchez. And joining us, if you like fighting and mayhem,
Punch, kick.
and gorillas, no, is it orangutans? What is that?
Orangutan.
Orangutans?
Gorilla the spinner, yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
That's way better.
Our official MMA correspondent is back
Let's go.
on the show.
Orangutan.
Make some noise for Juan, everybody.
Where's my belt? Where's my title?
You're the correspondent. You should bring that shit yourself.
That's right.
Look at that. The context did not say I provide you the position. I do not provide you with
Merchandise.
merchandise.
Props.
Props. That's the word. That's the word I wanted.
Oh, wait, that's not right. Merchandise.
That's not the word. That's not merchandise.
No, merch.
All right.
Punch, kick.
So
Fight.
Orangutan
not too
versus gorilla.
long ago, a couple days ago,
Yes.
I was sitting on the couch of our MMA correspondent. He graciously invited us over to watch a little UFC
Half
fight.
asleep, barely paying attention.
I was called an iPad baby because I was on my phone the entire time.
iPad baby?
Yeah, that's what he called me. That's bad funny. I didn't even catch that.
Man's
I
was just
caught
sitting
it.
there just...
I was
You look like an
scrolling.
iPad baby.
I was scrolling. I left at around 12:15. There was still 2 fights to
I
go.
was like, yeah, you didn't see the fight then.
So, can someone fill me in on what happened with the rest of the fight?
My man Sean got robbed.
Yes.
Sean Strickland got robbed.
Yeah, he definitely got robbed.
So, be real quick for the fans. We are recapping UFC 297 when Strickland apparently got robbed for what is one saying. But continue.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I wouldn't say he got robbed. Like watching the fight, I feel like it was close, but for me, as a casual fan, I feel like I have to score it with Strickland.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
You get to the point where you can't call yourself a casual
I
fan.
know.
It's getting like...
You watch too much.
Yeah, you watch too much to be casual at this
No.
point.
At this point, I'm
I'm a
leaning on
casual
junkie, bro.
Yeah, I was going to tell you. But continue.
But yeah, man, I feel like watching the fight, I feel like at the beginning it was kind of even, but then if you really like look at the fight, I feel like Strickland was landing clean. He was dodging every punch
Right.
that DDP was throwing. And then for me, I feel like at the end of the fight, if one guy looks like mashed potatoes and the other guy just got like a little bit of a cut, I feel like the guy with a little bit of cut won. You know what I mean? And that was Sean.
You also had a lot of blood, though.
He did.
Yeah,
He looked like Kratos with the stripe.
Yeah, right there. It was great.
That was sick. But
Yeah, definitely.
I just feel like DDP, like even though he's good and he did a good job, he was pressuring. He was the only one wrestling. I don't understand how the judges could have scored it for him to win. Granted, it was by split decision.
Split decision's
So,
crazy for a championship.
This is what I always say. You need to prove to me that you won. If
Yep.
you're fighting a champion, you got to beat his ass to
Yeah.
win a championship.
You gotta beat the
Close
champion to
ones
be the
go to the
champion.
champ.
Yeah, for sure.
But it's always for the judges' decision. It's always the who values wrestling more out of the judges.
Here's my thing with that though. If you take somebody down and they get right back up, does that really even count? Like if I trip you, that's not a takedown. I just
Technically,
Put my foot
on
behind
the
you.
scorecard, I took you down, which
And
is bullshit.
Mind you, that
It's
last
like a freak
round,
on
he did nothing with it. That
he
was
defended every takedown that
every
last round.
single
Yeah.
one.
Clearly won that round
and he was
too.
Real
pressuring
quick,
him.
for research purposes, when did the last fight end? What time?
Oh man, probably like 12, 1:45, 1 a.m.
Yeah, it was like
something
1
that.
a.m.
Yeah, it was like 1
It might have
a.m.
been like 1:30.
Yeah, like what?
I remember wrapping up, and it was like 1:30.
Yeah, I was on my second dream by then.
Yeah, no, I was kicking people out by then. It was late. But yeah, I mean, Sean was hiding behind that jab the whole time. He was putting in work with that. You know what I mean? Landing clean.
Facts.
DDP looked like shit at the end of it. The post fight. Dana White himself, the owner of the UFC, was just like, I had it for Sean. He said it at the end himself. He's like, I had it for Sean. But then again, he did say people sitting at the exact same table had it for DDP. So, I mean,
Again, it's how you value takedown.
I know, right?
so everybody
People will
has-
see a takedown like, yup, he won.
Right, he
But
got
he
it.
won
Got that round. Like,
So here's a big conversation that's happening right now. Does Sean get a rematch?
Yes.
I feel like, yeah, for sure,
100%.
right?
that was
People
way
are-
too close not to.
People are saying he doesn't get a rematch because of the way he lost, but I'm like, no.
The way he
A
lost.
split
no.
decision.
Split decision. I feel like you get an immediate rematch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you mean the way
can't
you
fight
lost?
nobody else.
No. I feel like for him, he goes right to the title again. I feel like people like Izzy, who lost 5 rounds to nothing, doesn't get an immediate rematch.
Right.
He has to fight somebody else, maybe 2 people.
Get
then
his-
you go back.
Get his shit
So
back. Yeah.
this dude wants to fight Izzy. And like
Yeah.
Izzy's on fucking break right now.
Bro, it's that Africa beef. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that whole thing with DDP, who's a white South African, saying that he is now I think he said he's the first African champion that lives and trains in Africa, but he was saying that to like 3 or 4 black champions that are African. They're just not living and training out of Africa.
Sounds like that boy spitting facts. I'm just
It's hard. 'cause
I don't see anything wrong. He said he's
If you say training and live in Africa, yes.
Oh,
he
that's
seems
true.
like a proud African.
He reps South Africa crazy, the flag, everything. He's always been about his South Africans. At the end of the fight, they showed like, I think it was either his camp or just wherever he's from. They were just watching the fight as like a huge room full of people. Everybody was hyped. So he reps them heavy.
Right.
I feel like,
There was only one African in that group.
I don't know, man. Izzy got,
They're all African.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's my bad.
They're all African.
My bad, sorry.
but Izzy got heated off of that. So like, I feel like I see it where we're going with like the WWE type shit of like who got beef with who. Sure,
Well,
Izzy. but
they do
Izzy's
now.
gonna start training
under
in
the same
Africa.
umbrella.
they are. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're
If
not
he
wrong.
trains in Africa, he's gonna get a championship
train
back.
New
Africa.
Zealand, dog. He's repping
yeah.
New Zealand.
Yeah,
I
he
know,
was-
but
that's
if
where
he
he grew
goes to Africa to train for this fight,
what the fuck is in Africa?
Yeah,
then?
who are you going to train? With him? That's
well, he's the only motherfucker in Africa training.
No, they
Oh, shit.
they have their own fight league there too. But
Are they going to Wakanda or something? What the fuck's in Africa?
I mean, he trains out of New Zealand, so I feel like it's not the weirdest thing for him to go somewhere in Africa. My only thing
I know,
is like,
but
for
you're
what,
making
though?
it seem like if he goes to Africa,
what?
he's
For
gonna
what?
come back a beast. What the fuck is in
This is
Africa?
it's like if I went to DR to train and
for
came
what?
back
For baseball?
because he went home.
Because he went home.
I don't know. It's just
He's
like
he's from New Zealand.
the energy
He's
of your
from New
home
Zealand.
fucking.
It's not like Francis went back to Africa. Like that'd be like okay.
Yeah, that's different. He like escaped Cameroon because he had to, but he reps Cameroon.
He
heavy.
tried 3 times. He fucking finally succeeded.
I have,
like,
I have
that
an
man's different.
like an outside observation, kind of on the whole, since I've been paying attention to UFC, which is started pretty much when we had Juan first on the show. I feel like am I wrong? Has there been more upsets this year in the last 12 months
sure.
than I thought? Because
I have
I
seen-
feel like every time you
Is
come
it-
on the show, we're talking
Yeah.
about a upset
Is it 'cause
or
it's
predicted
close?
an upset.
I will say that there are like some that were close, but there were some that were outright just like I had to put my head down and be like, damn. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you just watch like the Ravens lose. You know what I mean? You're just like, damn. You're just like upset. Your people that you love and adore. See what I mean? You know how many times I've been screaming at a TV and they just had to go to bed sad? A lot last year.
We're
Last
sport
year was
fans,
rough.
bro.
It was rough.
A lot.
I
Told you to defend that.
Bro, the amount of like, oh no, this is for sure this guy's gonna win, and I was proven completely wrong was like insane. Don't take any of my betting advice. Don't take any of it. Which camera? That one, any of them? Don't take any of my betting
What
advice.
was that other fight that was just like a crazy bet if you put your bet in? It was like this dude, it was like crazy upset.
Oh, dude, Neil Magny, bro.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
there's Neil Magny was expected to basically go in there and get absolutely murdered by this dude Mike Malott. To be fair, they're in Canada. They stacked the card with a bunch of Canadian fighters. By the way, the men that were on that card that were from Canada, 0 and 9. Not a single one of them.
my
won.
God.
Damn,
Way
way
to
to
rep.
fight for your country.
It was bad. Not a
Damn.
single one of them.
Did the
won.
winner win
Where's that in?
No.
That's why South
Actually,
Park.
yeah,
That's
one
why
of them,
South
one
Park
of them.
makes fun of you,
I'll
motherfuckers.
talk about that one in a second too. But with Neil Magny, he was expected to lose against this dude Mike Malott or Malo. I don't know. He's French Canadian or something.
Merlot.
But he got handled. Like it was. I think it was a cardio issue though. So it was like leaning towards Mike at the first half, and then the second half, Neil Magny just like kept going with that cardio. He was just too good. And he turned it on him.
Cardio is a big part of this fight.
Huge part. You just saw him gas out. Like you saw it like the moment it
Can't have
happened too. Like you just see him, the face change. He just got tired. He tripped. Neil Magny got on top of him and just pop, pop, pop. Finished him right there. Pause.
Can't have that.
But yeah, it was an upset because I think if you had bet like $5, you would have won like $40. So imagine you put a couple dollars on that thing, you would have walked away okay.
Right.
Then again, though, like who would have thought like him? Because he's
Especially
like,
by knockout. If you wasn't it like a plus like,
it was like a plus 300 when he walked in.
but like to win by knockout.
Oh yeah, by knockout was, I think,
1100?
like, yeah, it was 1100. Because the thing is, like they expected if he's to win, probably by decision because of the type of fighter. He's older, you know what I mean. He's been there. People think of him as a gatekeeper, but he gatekept very well. I'd say.
Yeah.
The guy he fought was like 12-0 going into that fight. First loss to some dude that's supposed to be washed up. It's a bad look. It's a real bad look.
Sometimes
amazing,
the
though.
washed up people be the ones that know the most on it.
Exactly.
Well, that's the thing is that you have to think about like the other sports guys that have been in the game for a long time. It's just like you have like the physical strength maybe, but you don't have the smarts. Like you're not gonna just come out blazing, waste your gas tank right away. You're gonna you're in there for
pace
15
yourself.
minutes. You got
I
to
appreciate
exactly.
those vets.
Oh, for sure. I mean, you just saw the knowledge when he was in there. I'm not saying that the other dude Mike is bad. He'll probably be back, but. That was pretty bad. I wish I had bet on Neil Magny though. That's where I'm at in my life right now.
But Bray.
I would say the whole card was like pretty okay, kind of mid. I'd say all the main card fights were pretty mid. There were like almost no finishes. There was one that you brought up earlier. So like I said, all the dudes from Canada, trash. Jasmine.
We love our Canadian fans, though, by the way. Just saying.
What is her name? Jasmine Das Davicius. I know I butchered that name.
No,
I know you're watching.
You said it right.
I know you're watching because I know you're a fan. That
She's
shorty
watching.
Rep
Great.
Canada heavy. Bro, I have never seen a fight where someone needs to be immediately let go of the UFC faster than the shorty that she fought.
tough.
You should not be in the UFC if someone lands 288 significant strikes on you and you got 7. That's insane.
Was she just trying to choke her out the whole time?
15 minutes of her just whooping that ass. Like
Yeah,
I'm
it
talking,
sounds like she got
did
jumped.
not whooping that. I need you to go back and watch it. It's on the prelims. So you can watch that for free.
How she look after?
Terrible. No, horrible. It was horrible. She was like barking at her before the fight started. Like
It's
literally,
always
like
the
hype.
barkers getting beat up.
Oh, I've never felt like just so happy to see somebody talk shit and just get swept. It was so bad. But
They
shout
want to
out
scare
her.
you. They
Yeah.
want to scare you. You're like,
I don't even know the other girl's name, and at this point, I don't even need to. I'm gonna be honest with
Canadians
you.
is just too nice.
Fun fact though, after the fight, no, for a fact.
she wasn't nice. She hit 250 times.
It's the one time that
She's
you
the one who
don't
won.
bet against the Brazilian, I guess. That was because the shorty she fought was Brazilian. Other than that, I don't really know.
That was the second to last fight.
No. This was like it was like way earlier in the night. No.
Did she take her down and all? Like,
Yeah, she beat her up like
Oh,
everywhere.
I think I
on
seen the
feet,
girl
on ground.
fight. I think I seen that one.
You did at the beginning. The second to last one, worst title fight I've ever seen in my life. Well, one of the worst title fights I've ever seen in my life. The girl who lost, like you shouldn't finish a fight on your back, just letting somebody like lightly kick your leg. Like that's stupid. Like it was pretty mid. That's what I'm saying. Overall, the card was. Sean Strickland on his podcast like the week before was going over the card, and he himself was like, I'm gonna make no money off of this. He was looking at the names. He's like, "Who are these people? I'm making no money. This is gonna."
I
be
didn't
trash.
recognize not
That's
one
why I
person.
love Sean Strickland.
No, he's real. He's for the people. Deshaun Strickland is my champion, bro. I'm telling you. Once I saw the photo, his teammates gave him a do-rag and a bottle of Hennessy.
Oh,
They named
dude,
him
that was so
Deshaun
cool.
Strickland. He's just like this.
He reminds me
Holding
of
up
some,
Black and Mild.
just like
and a
someone
bottle
from
of Hennessy.
Salem, like that you grew up with.
Oh, you know 3 Sean Stricklands.
Yeah,
I know a bunch. Yeah, I know
you
a
know a
couple of
bunch of
I
Sean
know 2 in
Stricklands.
Peabody. It's like four in Salem.
Shout out to Sean Stricklands of the world.
Shout out to Sean
Sean
Strickland.
Strickland's and like his defense, actually his conditioning was amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Like by the end of that fight, I love seeing him like not sit down and
No, he was just staring at him the entire
just
time.
fucking standing there. Like
Mental game at that point.
he wasn't even breathing heavy.
With him, all he does for the majority of the things he does for training is sparring. That's all he does. Where some guys will have like, I got a day, maybe 2 sparring once, maybe twice a week. That's all he does. Because he's like, if you're going to be a fighter, you should just learn how to fight.
Just
you
fight.
Always fight.
Yeah.
Why not? And to be fair,
like a hooper.
for him, I mean, you saw him bobbing and weaving every single shot. Like he's like I would say like with MMA, it's kind of tricky because you find that these guys all have like different backgrounds. They come from different places. They know different things.
Yeah.
With him, I would say he's like as close to a boxer that I have seen. Like the thing that they talk about a lot with him is he uses like a Philly shell like type defense when he's in there. And it works really, really well. He's rolling off the shoulder. Ain't nobody touching him. He gets hit the least out of any UFC fighter, I think generally.
And the fact that he is not running. I'm walking towards you this whole time.
No,
which just pisses you off because
His whole
you're
thing-
right here, but I can't hit you.
He's one of my favorite like fighting styles I've seen in a
Mm.
while.
Yeah.
The thing is, he worked with Alex Pereira, and that's why he beat Izzy.
That's respect for me. That's respect. Alex knocked him out, and he was like, "All right, bro, how'd you knock me out?
He's
Can
like,
you just
yo,
show me?" And I went like this, and what'd you do? Like he really went and was like, "Yo, teach me your ways, bro. I should not have gotten."
Wait,
slammed
He's
out
like,
of
I'm
that."
gonna hit you
So was
like
he the
this.
dudes who like got in a fight in a crowd?
Yes.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Strickland.
That was Strickland and DDP. So the dudes that fought in the crowd, they were the ones that fought on Saturday night.
Yeah.
They were the main event.
Yeah.
And the guy who got swung on was the guy who won.
And I love that they didn't get no punishment or nothing. No kind
Nah, man. I mean, they're fighters, and nothing too crazy happened. Sean he was nice enough to be like, the women and children, can you just slightly
Yes,
move out of the
please,
way?
please
And then he
out the way.
hopped over a
He
chair
like
to go swing.
kicking shit like me or something. But Dana's like, I don't know how I missed that, but hey,
Yeah,
it
according
worked
to
out.
Dana, he was just like, I was the one that made the seating chart, and I fucked up. But it's like, we all know what you were doing. Again, back to that WWE shit.
Yeah. You know what you were doing.
know exactly
These
what
guys don't like each other. Put them right behind each other.
Right there, bro.
He's gonna
This is
say
not
something.
random.
Watch.
Did you see the Chris Brown and Quavo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, what happened there?
What's the beef?
Where's beef?
No, they had beef. They had beef back in the day. Remember, like
Never
like
know.
the Migos and Chris Brown back
Nope.
scene from the BT Awards.
No.
Wasn't that Joe Budden? Am I thinking of something?
That's something different.
That was something
That
different.
also happened.
But I think it was the same night.
The same
honestly.
night.
Yeah, I know what
Tensions
you're talking
were
about.
high.
Tensions
They
was
got
high.
beef with everybody. Damn.
No, but Chris Brown's like, I'll sit next to somebody. I ain't fucking up my bag. I'm just
Yeah, it's past,
still
past
fucked at
fashion week.
They're just sitting next to each other on their phones.
Yeah, no. I feel like, but at the
Cat
end,
like niggas everywhere.
I feel like it's always nice to see a good scrap though in public. You know what I mean? Just random people scrapping. You're just like, oh shit, what's
Jumping
going on?
over like a bleacher. What is it? A
barrier?
That was the last time you guys saw a fight in public. It's been a minute, right? I feel like it's wild. That
Well,
you,
I mean, in my old age, I've been inside a lot, so it's just been
That's
tougher
fair.
to
Last
catch.
summer at the beach,
nice.
it was peaceful at first.
You set the scene.
Couple
don't know.
beers got in.
Okay.
Were you fighting?
No, I was.
I
just
drank a couple
I'm
beers.
I'm literally like this, like on the ground on a little beach towel,
Laying down.
Two niggas right here, like
Oh, entertainment.
a good old squabble.
Did the guy you think was gonna win won?
Nah, nobody won. It
Nah,
wasn't.
one of those.
That's mid.
right.
It's mid.
Belong
They-
on
they
this card.
There was some connections.
There was some connections. You were there coaching in the background. No, use the hook. Use the hook.
But damn,
You know how mad you gotta
Block
be
the
to
left.
fight at the
You
beach?
guys looking like niggas at the beach.
That's what it is.
That's what I was thinking. Like,
You're
damn,
embarrassing us.
look at these people just looking at us.
Jesus,
Get it
crazy.
together, guys.
Get it together. I love a good public scrap.
Yeah,
I do.
it was. But in my it was entertaining for me.
Oh, of course. Are you kidding me?
I can't remember the last time I seen.
I wasn't gonna break it up.
It's been a minute, right? Yeah, I was thinking about that just now, and I was like, I feel like it's been a while. I feel like once you get out of like school and stuff like that, it's where you see people argue. You see people arguing, but you don't see like a scrap.
Yeah.
A lot of my fights I've seen are bars, and I don't really.
Sporting events is probably a bigger one because
Oh yeah, I could see that.
testosterone's going, everybody's energy's up.
Everybody's
It's like
drinking and stuff.
drinking and
Do you think
shit.
more fights happen at a football game over a basketball game? I
Yeah.
Football, yeah.
feel like hockey scraps the most.
Well, yeah.
They've been
In the
in there in the
stands?
rink and whatnot. Yeah, in the stands. I'm talking about in the stands.
Someone fought in the stands. Like one of my first times going to a hockey game.
Really, people are fighting in a baseball. I feel like nobody's fighting in a baseball arena.
No.
Oh, you'd be surprised, bro.
Surprise.
They're drunk.
Really?
though.
You'll be surprised.
I feel like that's such a mid thing to be fighting. At.
But think about it.
Yankees and Red Sox
It's like
used
a
to-
3-hour fucking game, mad beers.
Really shorten it now. You know what I mean?
No, this season.
Less fights. Maybe that's
Someone
what they shortened
snatches
it.
your Yankee cap at Fenway.
That happens all the time.
Shout out to me in first grade when I first moved here from New York, and I decided to wear a Yankees jersey to school, and I walked home and it was covered in blood. Shout out,
No.
shout out Bentley Elementary and all those kids that hated me.
Damn,
Shout out Bentley,
but
though.
like,
Bro,
to-
they took
to be
that 1 year
fair,
seriously.
In the beginning, when we were younger, Red Sox Yankees was
It was
crazy.
definitely a
No,
harder,
you're not
like,
wrong. You're
more
not wrong.
rivalry.
That was
It's not like how it is now. It was like you cannot like pull up in any of these stadiums.
No. I've learned since. I keep that hidden. You know?
Honestly,
When I go
those
to New
are the
York, I don't even wear a Boston fitted. Honestly, just,
wear a
just to
Boston
avoid
fitted. I don't
talk.
fuck.
Gotta watch
Baseball
your P's
talk.
and Q's, dog.
Nah, nigga. It's either it's like that or when like some you have like a LA has it. Oh, you like the Dodgers? Like, man, shut up, nigga. Like, you know I'm just wearing a fucking LA.
It's
I
like,
just
it
like the
matches
hat,
the
bro.
fit. Shut the
hate when
fuck up.
someone says that.
Right. I hate that shit.
Don't say
And
nothing about my hat.
yes, I wear band T-shirts of bands that I don't listen to.
Nah.
Fight me.
You
They
ever
will.
It looks good.
No,
They
like,
will.
yo, name me 3 songs. I'm good. I like this shirt.
Right?
shirt looks fire.
It matches the Jordans I'm wearing. Kiss my ass. Fuck. I hate when people come with Guns N' Roses, dude. I'm like, bro, you see the red? You see how there's red on my sneakers?
I would at least look up like a Guns N'
It's called
Roses song.
style, motherfucker. It's called.
You should have it ready written on your
Yeah,
palm.
just,
every
it's just
time
like
you wear
one song at least.
them. Be like,
Just
oh,
in
yeah,
case you can
Yeah.
ask. No,
What's
the
your favorite
worst thing
song?
that ever happened to me is wore these soccer jerseys. I'll never do that shit
Oh,
again.
we went to
See, I
Mexico.
feel like
I went to Mexico, bro.
They'll give you
Gotcha,
this
bro.
for that.
Oh my god.
That's why I didn't even bring up soccer, because I know they be scrapping in soccer, bro.
No, but I mean, it's same.
Murder.
Just like I don't know. The
Facts.
jersey just look good.
Ah, you a fan of
And I'm like-
Mama just fucking like, what the fuck?
It's trash because I feel like soccer jerseys are the best jerseys.
Yo, they look
It was a
good.
fire
They're the best.
jersey.
They're the
Mama
best.
had no
I have
clue who was
never
on
seen
it.
it like this.
No idea. I have no
feel
idea
like
what's
for
on it.
me, I feel like it has to go like soccer. Then I'll give it to a football jersey. I feel like a clean basketball jersey because you could wear it pretty much like anywhere. Then we'll go baseball.
You know what I fucks with, honestly? If you like rock it right, a good hockey jersey, you can look.
Oh yeah.
Bro,
kill
those
it.
sweaters with the
hockey
knits
shorts,
right
yeah,
there,
Yeah, those are
dope.
fresh,
Those
bro.
are dope. I don't know a single team. Shout out the Avalanche or whatever, bro.
Mighty
Nah,
Ducks.
shout out
Mighty
to
Ducks.
Seattle Kraken. That's my team right there.
Oh,
That's
damn.
my team
That ain't
right
your
there.
goddamn team.
Yes, it is. It started like 3 years ago. I was like, huh.
We're
I'm
almost
with
at
you guys.
100 episodes, and this is the longest we've talked about hockey on this show.
We've
you
never
guys
even.
ever- I was like-
we've never even mentioned it the slightest.
So, fun fact: before we even started the show, we were gonna have a running joke that we literally were gonna pretend we didn't even know what hockey was. So, if someone ever mentioned hockey, we would look at you like you just made up a game.
That's
on the top of
insane.
your
So
head.
is
the
that
amount of
like-
people that play hockey around here. Have you guys ever had anybody on here that was like,
Bro, we haven't even.
no, I've
y'all had lacrosse on here before you had hockey, which is
Shout out
wild.
lacrosse.
right.
Shout out
but he was a
Lucas.
football
Shout out
player.
Lucas.
He was a football player.
Oh, you right, you right.
Sheesh. That's true.
No, right.
Little brother.
That's so true.
And we'll continue to not give them.
You know what's
That's right,
crazy?
wrong.
I know a few professional hockey players.
That would have been good.
Like you
information
know
to
them, know them?
Do you?
Yeah.
All right, bring them on.
They're like semi-pro.
All right.
Still
Still
They play
counts.
pro
Still counts.
regionally. So
Yeah.
Still counts. I'm
All
saying.
After 297, naturally, I'm getting the hang of this. It would be UFC 298.
You're right. I mean, there's a couple
Technically,
fight
yes.
nights
You're
in
right.
between,
Like,
but you are right. You are right.
Just basics. Like,
By the way,
yeah,
this Saturday, another fight night's gonna be great. Anyway, yeah, but you're right. 298.
you're gonna pronounce these names because I'm not trying.
Oh, yeah, I got you ready. All right, so we got Merab Devalishvili versus Henry Cejudo.
Look, fans. I had no chance. I can't even say Zach Levine right.
Oh my God.
Levine. You see, that was completely.
Divalishvili.
There you go. You got it.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't.
Getting it.
No, he didn't.
That sounded like,
bro, he's from
that sounded
Dagestan.
like your brain just skipped the beat or some shit.
He's the one who says the Khabib niggas.
Yeah, the Khabib niggas.
Bro, they be
They're
out
my
there for the
favorite,
mounts.
honestly.
Oh no,
Khabib niggas are my favorite.
You see that beard, no mustache combo? You bet a house on him, bro.
Yeah,
Who's
Khabib ass
the, who's
niggas.
the one that's
You'll be testing me on these names right now.
I know what's the one that like he said he beat up Sean Strickland in
A bar?
There's so many.
training. Oh,
In
jeez.
training? Oh, no.
Who's he fighting? Who's the whatever name?
So we got Merab Devalishvili. He even he does like a lot of really funny Instagram posts. So he actually taught people how to like say his name because it was just so difficult. But he's
That's
versus
very helpful. Every fighter should
No,
do
no, no,
that.
for
Maybe I'd
sure.
be probably more interested. If I could. It's the same issue I have with hockey. I can't pronounce your names.
No, man.
So, like, you know
get
what I
those
mean?
Slavic dudes that are in there. You're like, I don't know what this is, man. You're
Jones.
putting letters
It's
together.
SVXZ next to each other. Like how the fuck?
And then you don't pronounce half the letters. Make that make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me at all.
right.
A Spanish language, we use every letter and every sound.
Yeah, for
Ah,
sure.
that's so
They
true.
enunciate that shit, bro. I'll tell you that right now. But yeah, he's versing Henry Cejudo. Damn. Yeah, he's versing Henry Cejudo. That's going to be a good one because I feel like I'm going to be honest with you, it's going to be wrestle heavy.
Yeah.
To those of you that aren't into wrestling, it's going to be wrestle heavy. You think it's one of those things where it's like the two styles are going to cancel each other up? No way. No way. Merab, like a lot of his fights, he's just heavy wrestling. He's going to try to take you down a bunch. Henry Cejudo, I believe, was in the Olympics. Like
He was.
yeah. So that's going to be wrestle heavy, like big wrestle heavy. After that, we got Whitaker versus Paulo Costa.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask
If
you
he shows
something?
up.
Can I ask you something?
Wait. What do you mean?
He had 4 straight canceled fights.
There we go.
Why?
You know,
Steroids,
it's
right?
the secret juice or whatever he got in that bottle. I don't know if you guys have seen that, but he carries around a bottle with him of miscellaneous colored liquid. And on it with tape, it just says secret juice. USADA is
Like the
looking for him.
DMX Cup?
Bro, they
Ever heard
tested
of
him for
DMX,
everything.
the DMX Cup?
He just got his big ass contract. And he was bitching about, I'm not gonna get paid. Bro, you haven't fought.
Yeah.
And
And
the
then
contract means you have to fight.
I think this one, like, recently finally got finalized. For a while, they were like, they're gonna fight, but there was no contract signed. There was nothing.
He looked like he was on steroids from.
He's always
To be
has.
fair, he's just like a big muscular guy in
Yeah.
general. Like he's like they test him, he's fine, but like you look at him and you're like,
no way.
Even
you're
when
taking
he
some weird
cuts it.
Brazilian shit that we don't really know what's going on with it.
Even when he cuts like the lowest weight, I'm like, you're still
That's
way
another
too
thing too.
big.
You look at him and you're like, 185? You? No way.
No way. You're
That boy
fucking-
230 easy.
Yeah.
230 I don't understand how they'd be cutting weight like that. That's crazy to me. But if that fight does happen, which I hope it does, I feel like this is gonna be weird because I feel like a part of me wants Whitaker. Like I feel like I pick Whitaker to win that one, but then he also just got knocked out. So
Yeah.
I don't really know. By DDP. Look at that. Full circle. But I don't know how that works. I mean, there's sometimes when like people get like hit real hard, they get knocked out.
I don't think I really.
Whitaker.
Hey, you got it.
You saw the first one. My shit was like this. Sorry, go ahead.
The Disney sign and
For
shit.
the longest time,
I
he
think
was,
he's on his.
you think so?
Whitaker?
I could see that. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you. He was known for a while as like the second best middleweight ever. Like they thought he was gonna be the next GSP and whatnot. Then Izzy came along and just stopped him at every single turn. And then I will say like he does good. I'd say he's better than most of the people in that weight division. But he did get stopped by DDP. Something that a lot of people didn't think was gonna happen.
Right.
I do think he beats Costa though, just because I feel like Costa like is one of those dudes that'll come out, swing heavy in the first round, and after that, also on the decline when it comes to that cardio. There's these big muscular dudes where you're like, you think fighting, you're like, that's the shape you want to be.
No.
No.
You can't breathe.
Bro, I need you guys to look up. He is going to be the greatest heavyweight of all time.
That is high praise.
Chris Barnett. Look up that name and remember that name. My man's is every bit of 300, but he weighs in somehow at 265.
He's a-
This
he's
big,
a big
large
country
man,
motherfucker right here.
Bro, spinning heel kicks. He's trained Taekwondo since he was a kid. Is
that a backflip?
Spinning heel kicks, backflips. The most like agile big man you've ever seen in your life.
260.
He faced Yoel?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
He's a big dude, man. And he does really well. He does really well.
Chris Barnett.
Yeah, remember the name. Remember the
I
name.
won't forget it.
He's a
No,
fan
he's a
favorite.
country guy.
Oh, big country.
He's a big country guy.
Big dude.
He definitely eats fucking
Everything.
Random
country
question.
fried steaks and.
Everybody in UFC, did they
you
all
from?
use their real names?
Yes.
There's no like,
No, some of them, yeah.
you know.
I mean, there are people that like have a nickname that's just like so well known that they
Yeah.
kind of go by the nickname. Like
He's Spanish.
Anderson Silva,
What kind
the
of Spanish?
spider, you know.
Yeah.
Spain Spanish.
No, that doesn't count.
Zaragoza.
But yeah,
Beast
Spain has
Boy.
been having a
Huggy Bear.
good little amount of
Huggy
fighters
Bear.
lately.
yeah, they have a. I feel like a lot more like foreign countries are like dominating the UFC. Like I couldn't,
Tampa.
like U.S. champions are far and few in between. Unfortunately, I feel like we don't really have a lot of people repping us.
Here's is a scary thing that it's starting to happen. It's starting to happen in the NBA. It's starting to happen in a lot of
much
these
is it going?
sports. Europeans and other people in countries are more disciplined and train harder than fucking
For
Americans.
sure,
Of
man.
course.
I mean,
So like,
you look at who's dominating now, and at least in MMA, and it's these Dagestani Russian wrestlers that come from the mountainside
Shout
of
out
nowhere.
Dagestan, you heard?
Bro,
Russell Bears out here.
Khabib was literally wrestling bears as a child.
Yeah.
Like I'm just telling you, like I agree with you. Also, I'm not gonna lie, them Viking dudes, they're all naturally huge for no reason. Like they have kids that are 6'3" and they're like 14. It's like, what's going on with you right now? So I feel like I get it. Because what's the name of the dude that was like MVP last year for the NBA?
Jokic.
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
Serbian.
Dude? That
Serbian.
guy's huge.
Yeah.
Man is
What did
And he doesn't even wanna do this.
He's not even the first. Like back in the day, there was the first. What's that motherfucker's name? Sabonis. Sabonis' father.
Yeah.
yeah,
The first Sabonis.
But he came over way late.
Yeah, but that's when they started to realize, like, oh shit, they got some fucking.
Y'all can tell I don't
No,
watch
when,
any
when
of
he
this sport
when he
like
was
this, man.
he was fighting. When he was playing with the Soviet Union, this motherfucker was unstoppable.
Okay, that's you just said why. That's the Soviet Union. You know they were
Exactly.
juicing those boys. You know they had some shit.
Dude,
how
he came over at like 35 after he had like massive foot injuries and shit. So he came over. He's like, depleted, and he was still dominating.
Yeah, man,
He's still 7'3", just gigantic.
It's just I don't know what it is.
That's
Something over there.
Just pay attention to what sports looks like in like 15 years.
It's already like NBA feels a very European right now.
They're trying to, because all around the world, people are becoming professionals in their activities early. So you become a vet before you get to America. That's why they're more skilled and disciplined in the game. Like for wrestling and stuff like that.
We're
People
gonna
over
start
there
losing the Olympics and
starting
shit, bro.
immediately when they're kids, Olympic level.
I can
When they
see
go
that.
there. So,
but
yeah.
I feel like we get a lot of people that then end up going overseas to go play like different sports. Like they get paid just so well to go over there that they end
yeah.
up jumping ship and going like, I don't know, like China to play basketball, Canada to play in the
There used to be
XFL.
rules about that. You could only have 1 or 2 Americans on every team, depending on the sport.
It's insane.
we were too
They
good.
changed that now a little
see
bit,
that.
but that was definitely the thing before.
I mean, it's like the whole thing with like, what is it, like NBA players playing in the Olympics. You're just like, all right, come on, relax.
Yeah.
Like that's a little too aggressive. And I understand it.
Fuck
you know
that.
what I mean?
Win at all costs. It's America.
I
Is
know we just lost, so
we literally just lost last
now it's
time.
time to get the Avengers back together. And
Damn
fucking
right.
get that gold.
All right, we're gonna lose one.
thought
If
you were
if-
back?
if we do a deep dive of basketball, we're gonna lose the MMA guy. So
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
we're back to the
But yeah, man.
Whitaker Costa.
Punch, kick,
I feel like I gotta go with Whitaker on that one. I feel like that card is pretty good. I feel like they're starting the year off strong. You know what I mean? 298 is going to be really good. 299 is crazy.
We guess we'll look ahead. What's the 99?
299 got Cheeto Vera versus Sean O'Malley.
Oh, that's in March, right?
That one's going to be really good. It's crazy because so they have that one and then they have 300 right afterwards. And for a while, because they're being very secretive about 300, that's their like big benchmark. Like, whoa! So they're being secretive. It
is a big deal.
They were letting out a couple fights. A big announcement. UFC just signed Kayla Harrison from the PFL, which is a big jab to the PFL, which is another fighting organization that nobody's ever heard of because the UFC
Yeah, it's the
exists.
Professional Fighting League.
There you go.
I mean, that wasn't that hard to figure out.
Good guess.
Yeah, I mean, you didn't know that. You know what I mean?
I mean, I could have figured it out.
You could have.
I've been tapping in.
But yeah, they just signed her. So like after Amanda Nunes left, they were like, there's a lot of talks about, and then that title fight that we saw on Saturday that was so trash. There are talks about getting rid of that entire weight division for the women. Like I think it's 145. They're just trying to get rid of all of it. There's like nobody in there. Nobody cares.
135 is their bread and butter.
That's their bread and butter. 135, 125.
Dog almost
Great.
145.
Dog.
I'm
The short, right.
What?
But the shorty that they
Since
signed,
when?
she's like 155, walks around probably more than that. And so I'm intrigued to see how she does dropping down to 145. But she's supposed to be the next Amanda Nunes. She was Amanda's training partner who wouldn't fight her because they're training partners. A common thing that
want
happens.
to see these beautiful angels fighting. I don't like it.
Bring back Rose.
I've seen
The
enough
thing is-
bloodbaths with them that at this point it's different, man.
I'm-
Those are warriors. You can't look at them the same, bro. I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I've seen some beautiful women in the UFC, but those are warriors. When that cage door locks,
That's it.
it's over, man.
I'm trying to get Rose back in
Brazilians
there.
be strong.
You're looking at an art form in there, man. They are in there to kill, bro.
It's like
When's Rose fighting again?
every Brazilian girl is like fucking can bench more than most.
Then you.
Well, that's honestly, I feel like I didn't really know a lot about Brazil until I started watching like the UFC and MMA in general. But that seems like it's like a part of the culture, man. Everybody out there is somewhat
Fit.
athletic, fit. They do something. Like it's something that's a part of the culture. Back to what we were talking about the Europeans. I feel like, I don't know. I feel like we got sports, but I feel like you guys, I hear you guys talking about this a lot where it's like not as important. You have participation trophies and stuff now, which is whack.
It's all about money.
Yeah, and everybody's
Money
just like,
ruins
just
it.
get along. But at the same time, you want the sports is one of the biggest things that we have in this country, and it's wild that we don't
Competition.
put more into that. You know what I mean?
If there wasn't any
sending my
sports-
kid to Dagestan, bro. That's all it is, bro. I'm sending him. He's going up to the mountains, man. I'm telling you.
Wrestling bears, you're
One of my favorite female fighters is Rose. Thug Rose.
Doug Rose.
She's fighting
Her name is
actually
Thug
on
Rose?
March
Yeah.
23rd.
Rose Namajunas is known as Thug Rose. That's somebody who goes technically by her nickname. I feel like nobody
Yeah.
really calls her Rose. They always say
No,
Thug
Thug
Rose.
Rose,
Like
yeah.
they have to throw Thug in there.
Stand there and she'll fuck you up.
Oh,
But I love it. And I thought she's coming back. I hope she fucking dominates. and
Yeah,
skate.
man. She was also one that was kind of on a skid for a little bit after she lost her title. She had another one of like the worst title fights I've ever seen against Carla Esparza, who, by the way, just got let go by the UFC. Sad. Not really. But yeah, that's another one that was kind of on a skid. So I am actually excited to see her fight again because she, like you said, bro, she's a beast.
Yeah.
She's a beast. Her boxing is crazy. Bro. She head kick her around the world when she knocked out Zhang Wei Li. That was crazy.
She gave you like 5 jabs in a row. You're like, what the fuck? So fast.
so
And
fast.
she's like, so fast.
I'm telling
Thug
you.
Rose. Love it.
Thug Rose, that's the light skin one.
She's
It was a white girl.
White girl.
A white
That's
blonde
what I
girl.
meant. That's what I meant.
I mean,
didn't wanna-
She's definitely light skinned.
It's real light skinned if you really think about it.
I was trying to avoid
He
the
wasn't wrong.
I'd go pale.
You were not wrong.
that pale looking chick.
pale looking
She's always like,
Yeah, light skin sounds better than pale.
That's what I'm saying. I try
yeah,
to
if I think light skin, I'm thinking like a Brazilian who, right? Everybody in UFC that's female.
No, I feel like I see that. Yeah. Well, I was listening to another podcast. I was talking about this the other day, where it's like it's weird. There's not a lot of like black women that are in the UFC.
Right.
It's not.
There's Angela Hill.
Who's that?
Angela Hill?
That's it. That I can
It
think
needs
of.
to be introduced more to the black community.
I don't know. There's a lot of black like men. Like a lot.
Yeah,
like
right.
a lot. Now that I think about it, like a lot.
Yeah, right.
American too. Like US born and raised, a
Right.
lot, but not really a lot of women. Not that
She's
not that I think about it.
39.
She's been in there for a minute. She's good. She does her thing. She's another one that's like known as like a gatekeeper, but she does her thing.
Shout out to the gatekeepers, yo.
Bro, I feel like
Name
it's
is
such,
overkill.
yeah, that's a good one. What's your nickname? What's your nickname when you going in there? What's your
Shotgun.
Shotgun is hard. That's good. That's good.
See, I feel like you guys would know because you play the UFC game.
RG the Assassin.
That's good.
I don't
That's good.
have one. I don't have
Shotgun
one.
Sanchez,
I don't-
get it.
I don't-
Bro, there's a lot of good ones and there's a
gotta
lot of
come up
bad.
with some-
Shotgun Sanchez just sounds so good. That one's a good
That was
one.
not gonna lie. That's pretty good.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I hear these people's
Like there's a
nicknames, and I'm
cartoon
like,
behind
these are-
that.
These are kind of hard, bro. Like I think Robert
Obi.
Whitaker's the Reaper. That's a good
Yeah,
one.
the Reaper.
that is
That's
a
a
good
good
He's
one.
only 33. I thought he was way older.
Remember?
Nah, it's just that he's been there for a minute because he's been fighting since he was young. Like I said, he was supposed to fight GSP in them. And that was years ago. You know what I mean?
True. your nickname
Rampage Jackson.
Well, that's a good nickname.
Rampage. That's another guy. Rampage. He's not. Yeah, I don't even know what his first name is. Quentin.
Quentin,
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, see, I figured it out.
What would your nickname be?
I don't know, man.
Spider Silver.
Happy Dad. No, I feel like that's the funniest. That's the funniest one though. Is when they kind of go with like Smiley. That's another guy like that. I feel like there's a couple like really funny nicknames. The Assassin Baby. Shout out Brandon Moreno. That's a good one too.
Huggy Bear was great.
Huggy Bear is great. I feel like when you come out,
That sucks. You get your ass whooped by somebody called Huggy Bear.
Huggy
That's
Bear. I feel like that's even funnier if you come out with something that's even funnier. I feel like I have to go with the Juan joke. I feel like that's got to be it.
Yeah.
It's got to be Juan Bread, something stupid like that. Juan
One-
a Million.
Juan the
One of the
Red
millions
versus
would go.
fucking Wonder Boy.
That'd be
I
good.
would love it.
Wander.
Book it, UFC 300 right now.
Like the Black Beast.
I'll do 2 weeks of a training camp. I'll take him. I got you right now.
God damn.
With the eye kick.
I'm trying to think of more Juan name.
The Black Beast.
Black Beast, Derek Lewis.
Derek Lewis is fucking a monster.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, I don't know, man. I feel like that's a tricky one. I feel like that and thinking of what my walkout song would be is like the two hardest
the
things.
walkout song is easier than the nickname.
For sure. POA by Future. That's my walkout song.
John Bones
That's a
Jones.
good song.
Yeah. That's mine for sure.
Any Future song is a good
No,
walkout
nah,
song.
the only thing that I'm thinking of is like Future songs now.
Either that or Highest in the Room by Travis Scott. I feel like either one of those.
That
Like,
song is so slept on.
yeah.
Because he dropped it as a single, it wasn't really on an album, and it kind of went away. But
It's
that
been-
song was hard.
It's been in my like top 10 Spotify songs for the last like 2 years, I think 2.5 years, something like that. But yeah, it's a consistent play. I feel like it's so good, and I feel like when it starts, like everybody in the crowd would just be like, "Oh, this is it." I feel like if you're gonna be there, I like the style of WWE where you have your song.
Yeah.
It comes on and people. Alexander Volkanovski, Land Down Under. That one's insane. That was insane. That comes on and all the Australians stand up. They're like, "Oh, this is our
yeah.
guy."
Dude, Ty.
Tai Tuivasa, I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie. He comes out to that.
He had that, and he also had shit. Now you changed my
Bro,
mind.
and that's a heavyweight.
Girls just want to have fun.
Yeah, girls just want to have fun. He comes out and he's a party boy. But to be fair with that dude, he's crazy. He's a heavyweight
him.
that'll just knock dudes out. And then he'll be like, "And you random person in the crowd I've never met before, give me your shoe.
Oh, is the shoe guy?
Hey,
I
give me your
love him.
shoe. I'm going to put the
Bam
beer in
Bam.
it and just boom, bam, bam." That's his nickname. Another good nickname.
Great
Bam Bam.
nickname.
Bam Bam is an iconic nickname.
Fucking love him. He's the
RG
man.
The Assassin ain't a good one.
That's great.
RG the Assassin is fire, bro.
It's great.
Just making sure.
That's
Melvin is the nickname.
I don't.
Wonder Bread is great.
I'm a lover, not a fighter.
He's gonna be the
no.
manager.
Niggas looking at me like pussy.
He's gonna be a cut man. That's it. He's in the corner.
Man, I just want to live a happy life. I don't
like
like.
I just want to live a happy
like
I don't want to fight
borderline,
nobody.
like-
I don't want to fight nobody.
He'll be a
man.
happy dad. That's
I get
it.
another
I'll show you
raise,
happy
I'm
dad.
joining a gym. You know what I'm saying? I'm like borderline. Like
I think I'd be afraid if you had like these kind of
trainer?
Yeah, like, yeah. I don't think we need.
He's
that.
already practicing the high kick. He's getting ready.
You think like you guys keep saying it as a joke? I see him. We'll be sitting there on the couch
it's what
watching.
we
He'll
do.
literally just walk across the living room and start doing high kicks
You're gonna
out of
see
nowhere.
The walls are gonna get random padding, and it's just gonna be him in the corner. Just, ha ha.
Yeah. But it's better than having Big. Big throws his high kicks. He's fucking 6'5".
That's different, bro. That's not a high kick, bro. That's
He's
a
telling them, but like,
hits the ceiling.
yo, when we get
Wow.
on and we get big, like we'll have security.
Or
You
he'll
don't
do the
need to
knees.
be fucking trained to
Nah, we
to
need to
death.
be assassins.
No. RG the assassin, bro. He's gotta rep the hype.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
He's gotta rep the
yeah.
name.
Shotgun, bong.
man.
One person has to die for him to earn the name. Come on.
I know,
It's
but
gotta
we
happen.
need
least
you
one.
on the show. Like,
At least
can't
one.
lose you for
It could be
life.
self-defense.
Self-defense.
Defense. I've been picturing it my whole life.
Oh,
Literally.
that's concerning.
No. We're prepared.
You gotta be prepared.
That's concerning.
It's a difference.
All right,
It's
any other
not
fights
premeditated.
in this was it 298, 299, whatever the fuck number we at?
There's so many, man. I'm not gonna go over that.
Who you
one.
got
300.
with Volk?
I got Volk. Via KO.
Yeah.
In like I'm gonna go with Volk KO in the second round. That's what I'm gonna call it. Very specific. Reason being is I was watching, ignoring my responsibilities at work today. I was watching a lot of Ilya Taporia's fights, who's Volk is fighting.
Good fighter.
He's good.
Yeah.
He's 14-0.
Young
a
guy,
beast, a savage, young guy. That's my only thing. Again, though,
might
Volk
catch him.
got caught against Islam. He got head kick KO'd.
Crazy.
Do we chop that up as he took the fight on short notice and decided to just come in and just try to figure out no camp, no nothing, and got caught? Or do we take it as he got caught and he's not going to be okay for this upcoming fight?
Yeah.
No.
'Cause that's like a 4-month turnaround. Imagine you getting slept, like you were like on the ground.
Some
like,
people can't handle that. They go from just being that dude and just getting.
That's a
Nah,
horrible hit to your pride, bro.
This guy has never lost in this weight class. The only time he has lost is when he went up.
he went up.
And
He went
he's
up.
a big like submission guy, like Brazilian jiu-jitsu guy, right?
Who, Ilya? Or
Ilya?
Volk?
The first guy you said.
Ilya? He is. He's won a couple of his fights by submission. A good amount of them by KO, though, but he is like dangerous
Yeah,
on
when
the
I
ground.
was when I was looking it up, it was like he like started just like submission.
Oh, dude, he choked the shit out of Bryce
And then
Mitchell,
as
bro.
soon as he went into the UFC, just knockout.
I think that's the
He's got
most
hands.
emasculate, like the most like you little bitch thing you could do to somebody.
Yeah.
If I'm in a bar fight and I put you to sleep,
I saw the most insane fight because I don't know how he missed this one because I don't remember when it happened, but there's a guy who fought on Saturday. His name is Charles Jourdain. Another good nickname, Charles Air Jourdain. Get it?
Air Jourdain. I like that one.
He lost, unfortunately, to Sean the Sniper Woodson. Another good one. Another good one.
Is he a head kick sniper?
No, hands. You know what's crazy about that dude? He used to be like 300 and some change, and he was a boxer, like a really good, like had I think like 40 plus amateur fights, and then he went to the UFC.
What's his name again?
Sean Woodson.
The one who's 6'3"?
Yeah, he's wicked tall.
He used to be a
head is
heavyweight
huge.
boxer. Yeah.
Yep.
Now he's fighting at 120.
Yeah, but he was good. He did his thing. Completely lost my point. What was I talking about?
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. But I got hyped about the nicknames because I was just like, oh, these are really good. Oh, Charles Jourdain, that's where it was. Yeah. So I watched the clip of him that either happened last year or the year before of him choking a dude out in a guillotine. So the guy is like on top of him, head in here. He had him in a guillotine like this, and he put his legs like around his body to make sure the guy didn't move. But he did it so hard that as he's choking the guy unconscious, he accidentally pulled the guy's pants down. So this is in the UFC. People, like hundreds of thousands of people are watching this. This man got choked out and pantsed
At the
same time.
In front of the
Retire.
world.
Move
In
to
front of the world.
Move to Antarctica. You're gone. You're not in this anymore, bro. That's embarrassing.
Go become a fisherman or something like that.
Yeah, you don't change your name. You don't know me anymore.
Time to,
That's
like, yeah,
that's
right?
down bad. You know,
Anytime you get pants in public, it's tough to get to it.
pantsed and choked out. And choked out. Sleep. Not he just tapped sleep. Like went to bed.
Last time I got pants, pause. I choked. I choked him out.
Last time I got pants, I choked him out.
I was just thinking like that was just childish as fuck. Way too old for that bullshit. Up against the wall. Like,
You did like a old fashioned Simpsons fucking.
Was that the same day I got him in the gear?
no. That same day. Same day.
I knew it was.
Are you niggas just out here just choking motherfuckers?
Okay.
Was that that was the other time we choked
That used to be my
motherfuckers?
go-to when if I was like cool with you in a way, and I didn't want.
We are never gonna be that cool in any way.
And you really pissed me off to this extent, but I didn't want to hit you. I might just choke you.
Okay.
That's
not
more aggressive.
better.
That's more aggressive. I'd
I'm not
argue.
gonna say who it was at all.
Motherfucker.
Whatever. Who it was doesn't matter. But I walked in because they were fucking making so much noise in the room. Like, what are y'all doing?
What are we doing? Roughhousing?
Yeah. I was like, what are y'all doing? Open the door, and this motherfucker trying like, and try to get me. I'm like, bro, stop. Like, you're not gonna do this.
No.
And then he wouldn't stop, and then he kind of like lunged for like a tackle. And if you know anything about guillotines, your head's there already. So he tackled Guillot and like stomped. He's like,
Oh yeah. No.
I'm like, all right.
Night, bad time.
I'm gonna go back over there.
That's a bad time. That's a bad look.
That's a bad. You wake up.
That's a bad look, man. I'd be
But
upset.
the worst part is like waking up and realizing and remembering what just happened to you.
That's the worst part is that most of the time they get them. Like, what happened? No, I'm selling this.
Yeah.
They're like they have no idea
No,
what
no,
just
no.
happened. But you have to think about it. You just black out. You don't know. You just wake up. You're just like, what happened? And you're like, no. It hasn't started yet. I'm in this.
no, bro, it's over.
No, it's over, man.
It's over.
We're gonna need security for other people, like our fans.
You're too close, man. You're too close. You're too close.
Yeah.
For sure.
They're gonna pull up to you, ask for a picture.
No.
Treat him like Wyclef.
Bro, you can't be choking fans.
I'm not gonna choke
Die lost on
I'm not
Wyclef.
gonna choke nobody.
White Clef.
Honestly, legally,
close, man. You're too close.
I think it'd be better off if you swing or if you swung on somebody than choke them out.
Is that?
Is
true,
it?
Probably.
There's
I don't know.
There's no proof.
I think it's assault either.
There's no proof.
right, assault,
Yeah,
assault,
probably.
assault.
What do you mean there's no proof?
What are you doing?
Like you can
You're like, there's no proof.
you leave a mark if you swing.
Fingerprints, bro.
Do you think your neck's gonna be fine after being choked out?
Well, it's whatever, man.
Okay, this is not what I thought would happen. I typed in, is choking someone an assault? The first thing that pops up is, help is available. Please call this number. No.
That's not what I meant. That's not what I meant.
Someone's gonna be knocking on your door, bud.
Like, no.
That's gonna
What's going on?
But if it's if you need help, call this number.
I can't see the number, but
I know,
okay.
but like look it up on Google. It'll pop up.
We have no idea. Look up that number.
Help is here.
Yeah, if you feel like choking
Look up that
someone,
help is here.
call that number.
Yeah, right?
So wait. If someone's choking, they want me to stop. Call that number.
No.
Bro, if you feel-
if you have been assaulted, you can, it was like a domestic violence situation.
Blink twice, Marvin. Are you safe at home?
Yeah, right?
No.
To be fair,
Mama's like, that's crazy. Write that number down. But that's crazy.
Screenshot that shit.
Not
Goddamn.
safe at
man.
home.
Send that to me, but wild. Who would do that? Right?
That's crazy.
That's hilarious. But yeah, man, I feel like
yeah, don't pants me.
I feel like
That's the moral of
That's the moral of the story.
Just don't fucking play those games, man. We're past that. All right. Sorry.
Hey. Where were we?
$2.99. Just talking random, just the random
All right, we
stuff.
can move on for $2.99. Quick, I know this is the first time you've been on here since last year. That's a weird sentence, but I'm gonna go with it.
Been like 3 weeks, but yeah.
Yep. So let's do a little, not a little, obviously not a recap of 2023, but maybe your favorite fights, your favorite moments of 2023, your biggest like, oh shit. There's a lot of oh shit moments.
There's a lot of oh shit moments.
Yeah.
There's so many oh shit moments. I struggle with this because I'm not gonna lie. Like I said, I'm kind of a junkie at this point.
Yeah,
I
well,
started off first. If you go back first episode, I'm like, oh, it's uneducated MMA. I barely watch.
We gotta change that
Then you
thing.
got real educated.
I'm a degenerate, bro. I'm out here 3 a.m. yelling at the TV, waking up, everybody in the house like it's a
I
problem.
can attest that because I've had get-togethers on Saturday nights, and Juan takes over my TV every single time, and
I love it.
and puts the UFC fight
The
on.
iPad in the corner
Yeah.
somehow.
Yeah, he sets it up every time. I was like, how the fuck you
Bro,
put?
there's a video that someone took of me. We're in PR at a club, hookah going, and I'm not paying attention to a single thing. I'm sitting there with my phone like this, watching UFC fights.
That's
I didn't care
hilarious.
at all what was going on. I mean, it's fights. I'm not gonna. What's this hookah over
Yeah,
here? I can
punch,
still hit the
punch,
hookah,
kick,
watch
kick.
the fights.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, like it's fine.
That hook over here.
Ambiance. That's it.
Yeah.
Shout out Lucille.
Shout out Lucille.
Yeah, facts.
But yeah, man, 2023 was good. I feel like there were a lot of like we were talking about earlier. There's a lot of crazy upsets. A lot of belts changed hands. So there was a lot of a lot of moments that I had to like think back and kind of see. So I'm gonna no order. This is no order. This is just like what I kind of wrote down at the time. My favorite fights of the year: Jamal Hill versus Glover Teixeira to open up the year in January. One of the best fights I've ever seen in my life, point blank, period.
That's the dude that was like bleeding from his scalp.
When they put the water on him and you
Yeah.
see the pool of blood come down, and it wasn't his blood. Yeah, it was that fight. That was insane.
Shit.
Bro, because he has like curls or something in his hair, so it's like it's very like, you know, padded,
Spongy.
nappy, like spongy, you know what I mean? And you couldn't really tell. You saw like a little bit of blood on his forehead, and he's at the corner sitting there, and they pour the water on his head to cool him off in like the third round. It's just like a pool of blood. It was like the coldest shit you've ever seen in your life. And it was such a good fight. Jamal Hill beats
Imagine
Glover.
seeing that, like
becomes
that's
a
your
champion.
opponent. You just see the blood. I'm like, yeah, I'm all set. Like,
Yeah.
come on.
Well, I mean, at the time, Glover was out here breathing heavy, like bleeding everywhere. Like he's getting his ass beat. You know what I mean? But that was one where you got to be the champ. You got to beat the champ. He beat the champ for sure, sure.
Yeah, show
Unfortunately,
me,
Jamal Hill got injured. I think he tore his ACL hooping. Why are you a fighter out here playing basketball for what? Get in the gym. I get for fun, but I feel like I've seen too many fighters get hurt doing some dumb shit that had nothing to do with fighting, and I'm like, I feel like if you have like a scheduled fight, you really can't fuck around with that. Especially if you're a champion, you got to be on your P's and Q's. You had to give up the belt for that. So whenever he comes back, because that's a long time to heal up and then recover. Whenever he comes back, he'll get another title shot. Maybe. We'll see. Then after that, I got to go with Islam versus Volk 1. That fight had me on the edge of my seat, heart out of my chest. I was yelling for Volk. I still to this day think Volk won that fight. Anybody watch that fight, Volk won that fight. Especially at the end, if you end up on dominant position, I feel like you win that fight. If the other guy's gassed out, you are putting the mitts on him, you win. You win. That's just me.
Got some hands.
And then the last one for favorite fight, oh man. Then this one, I honestly, there's no ranking, but I gotta give this one number one. No ranking, but this is number one. Izzy versus Alex 2. There's rare moments in life where you see something or you watch something or you experience something that motivates you in a way that you feel like you can genuinely do anything. That was it.
Oh.
Izzy
Yeah, I feel
has this shadow over him of Alex Pereira.
Can't fucking.
Beat him 3 times. Izzy was close, very close, 2 of the times. The third time, he gets put up against the cage and he gets TKO'd by Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira takes the title away from him. Izzy Alex 2.
Boogeyman.
The exact same position. Izzy's up against the cage. Alex is teeing off. Izzy remembers exactly what happens. He learns from his mistakes. He applies what he learned, and he KO'd the fuck out of Alex.
Counter.
Is that the bow one when the fucking bang, bang? That shit was that's definitely the coldest moment of your
And afterwards, he gets on the mic and he just gives the most like bone-chilling speech of like, this is to everyone out there to show to you, to prove to you, you could do whatever you want to do. You could prove to yourself that you could achieve everything in
Was
your
the one
life.
who was talking shit to the kid?
Bro, yeah, right. After he knocked out
It's
Alex,
'cause
he did the 3 bows. He looks over to Alex's son and he just stiffs and drops like he got knocked out.
Because that's what the kid did to him.
That's what the kid did to him. So he's like, fuck that little kid. You know what I mean? Not like that, but you know what I mean?
And Alex did the fucking bow. So it's like,
So-
both of y'all.
Yeah, so that was like a shot to both of them. But I felt like that was a moment for me where I was like, this is, first of all, I'm watching one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen in my life. Even regardless of what's happened in the last couple months with him losing the belt and whatnot, still one of the greatest fighters I've ever seen.
absolutely.
And that moment, I was like, bro, I'm ready to run through a wall. I was like, I don't know what it is.
I'm a casual
Stylebender.
fan, if you even call me a fan. But that's probably I remember that moment. That was a big moment.
I would argue that's the biggest moment of 2023.
Yeah.
Which is, again, really weird to say 2023 like it's not now, but you know what I mean? But it's
season 3. Season 2 was in the past.
forever ago. And then in terms of biggest surprise, again, this one I'm going to throw out random ones just because there's so many moments that are either like, whoa, title changed hands, or whoa, this crazy moment happened. First one, again, I feel like I got to give so many shout outs to the women of the UFC for just putting on insane performances this year. Alexa Grasso beating one of the greatest women ever to step foot in the octagon, Valentina Shevchenko, via rear naked choke. This shorty turned so red in her face, you just saw a white band around her mouth. She didn't even get the choke underneath her neck.
Oh, she got the face.
She literally
face
just
The face crusher.
and just
literally,
grinded her shit.
It was like a boa constrictor.
Took that belt away from her. Everyone was shocked. Everybody was stunned. It was like, whoa.
Yeah.
And then she fought her again and beat her again. That's insane.
That's how you
not
double
a
down.
fluke.
You got to double
That's
down on
insane.
Ali Sonny
It's not a
Liston and
fluke.
shit.
That's
You gotta double
insane.
down on that.
We got to go with Sean Strickland beating Izzy.
Yeah.
I know I just gave Izzy all the praise in the world.
That was mine.
Whoa.
My favorite because I'm sort of getting back into UFC, and that was the one fight that put me on to Sean Strickland and made me realize that he might be my favorite.
Yeah. He just forward pressure the entire time, putting the mitts on him.
So he was
Izzy had no
relentless.
answers.
Learn from Alex, and he
He's
just
putting
fucking
hands on them.
put that shit on them.
Piecing them up every single time. Clipped them, dropped them. It was crazy. 5 rounds, nothing. I honestly wouldn't give Izzy a single round. Not one.
Nuts.
He just pieced them up the
Especially
entire time.
seeing like the fight you just mentioned,
Alex,
and then seeing this, it was
Yeah.
just like you would not. I just did not.
You know what I enjoy again from afar of the UFC? Excuse me, parody. You know what I mean? Like the top dude, you just literally in the last 5 minutes of what you said, you went from like, yo, this dude's literally the greatest fight, but then he lost his next fight.
That's the thing you got to love about the sport, man.
That's what I mean. That's a good thing.
There is no. You can watch any other sport where there's like a point system, and there's a point where you could get like where it's like, all right, at this point you got to put in a mercy rule or something, or you can get to a point where it's like you don't really see how they can win this. Or even in football, they end games technically early when they're like, no, there's no way, there's no time left for you to be able to score. Understand? I've watched a fight where for 24 minutes and 30 seconds, someone is dominating, and Leon Edwards decides to throw a head kick. Another head kick heard around the world
that was-
and becomes a champion.
Was that 2023?
That was 2022.
Okay, because that I was
Leon
like,
Edwards-
No, that one would have been up there. That one would have
like,
been on my list.
holy shit!
But that was
right.
that's another one.
That's the one that I went to bed sad.
Yeah. You can't because I mean obviously everybody
Like,
loves
damn,
Kamaru
man.
Usman, but you can't sleep when you're watching the sport. Like you have to like pay attention because you
See,
never know.
if you don't want me to sleep, then stop starting this shit at fucking 10 o'clock.
It's not me, bro. Move to Cali. It starts at 7 technically.
yeah, Jesus Christ. I guess, all right.
Yeah, but yeah, when it comes to that stuff, I feel like you really gotta like pay attention. The amount of times that I walked out of the room to go to the kitchen, go to the bathroom, and I just hear from the other room and Joe Rogan screaming. I'm like, all right, I guess I gotta run back, and somebody's already asleep on the floor. I'm like,
Yeah.
all right, well I missed the whole fight.
Replay.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no, literally.
It always takes forever to get that replay back in. It's like what happened?
Yeah, you know, my legal streams that I use all the time that I pay for UFC every single
Yeah.
pay-per-view, it doesn't really load all the time. Another one I mentioned earlier, I got to go with Islam KO Volk. That was
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
Head kick, knocked out. Wow.
Khabib,
Wow.
man, kept
Shout
going.
out to him. Shout out to him. Islam
sure.
proved
That's
he's
the
champ.
last thing that I thought would happen,
No, I thought he was going to get wrestle fucked. I thought he was just going to get handled.
which is what
Just,
he's
yeah.
known for.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's known for. But he decided, I was like, nah, I'm going to throw this head kick and I'm going to see what happens. And it worked.
You're short.
You were no,
Gong.
that's fact. And then the worst part is that it wasn't even like to the side of the head. It was like he clipped the top,
Top of the
Just
head.
the top, skimmed
Just to
it,
shake the fucking-
and just threw him off.
The cranium. He's like, clearly his head goes.
Bobbles. Whoa.
Another big moment that happened recently is Tom Aspinall beating Sergey Pavlovich. That was a wild one. The big Russian getting knocked out by him. The reason that one's another moment that's like huge for me, that's like inspiring. Tom took that fight on 12 days notice to fight the dude in what is it, Rocky 3, Rocky 4? The Russian?
Yeah.
He basically on 12 days notice decided to fight that
Ivan
man.
Drago.
Got out of bed, got off the couch.
Drago?
With an injury.
Yep.
And knocked him out round 1.
That's better than Rocky 4. That's better than the movie Rocky 4.
That's better than the movie.
That's better than the plot.
And even better than that, so he's now one of UK's like champions, and his idol Michael Bisping did the exact same thing when he beat Luke Rockhold. 12 days notice, off the couch with an injury, missing an eye, took the title.
Missing
Yeah,
it. I
missing an eye is
love
crazy.
I love him so much.
He fought for years without an eye. I don't know how he managed to get by. He saw it like just enough, I think, that he can kind of bullshit it, but it was like
Yeah, he was lying. It was degrading, and then he just kept like lying and guessing.
Hey, bro, what's good with your eyes? Not even.
He has a glass eye now.
She's straight.
She's fine. She's fine.
It's a glass. He has like 40% vision in the good eye.
Real quick, let's
Yeah, that's wild.
quick look. I know we're only in January.
January.
Quick look to 2024. Are we ever gonna see this fucking McGregor ever fight again?
McGregor.
Has to happen.
that's honestly one of the things that I was like, I don't know, man. Because here's the thing: is that he put out a video a couple of weeks ago, like near New Year's, where he was just like, he's supposed to fight Michael Chandler. It's like a whole thing. They do this show called The Ultimate Fighter, where at the end, the two guys fight. Conor McGregor got injured, broke his whole leg. It was a whole thing. He's got out of the testing pool, doing all kinds of cool, fun drugs out to the side.
Gained like 50 pounds of muscle.
Yeah, so he wants to fight normal. So he went from 145. Normally he fights at 155, and now he wants to fight Michael Chandler. Fuck 170. He wants to fight at 185.
Crazy. Who does that?
But to be fair, I don't know if you've seen Conor McGregor recently. That boy had every bit of 205.
Yeah,
That boy is
all of
juiced
his
to the
suits
gills.
are super tight.
He's walking around like this
Yeah,
all
crazy.
the time. And
His
Michael Chandler's
sweating.
huge too. He's short, but he's a
Clearly
big dude.
just to recover from that injury.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just for the injury, of course. Of course. Of course.
Not his head kinda
Medical
like,
purposes.
kind of square now.
But for him, he announced that he's coming back in June for something that they call International Fight Week, which is another big thing that happens every single year. And I don't think it's actually going to happen. I think we might see him fight, and I think it might be his last. I don't know what's left for him. It's weird. He's a money fight, but he's lost the last couple fights bad. No decision either. It wasn't like he lost by decision.
Just broke his leg.
Think about
knocked
it.
out.
What is the incentive for him to fight?
Money.
Honestly.
Legacy.
But he's got money.
He just wants
Because
to add
he
You
to
want
legacy.
money? Go do an
Because he loves
exhibition
it.
fight in Abu Dhabi against
know. That's
fucking
my
Jake
thing.
Paul or some shit.
Well, the thing is
They won't
also,
that anymore
I
either,
think
though.
he's contracted still under the UFC. Granted, I feel like he has a little bit more playroom with them, but like I feel like that's their like big name because even with his record right now, everybody still wants to fight Conor. You know the amount of guys that at the end of their fight they're like, Conor McGregor, I want you. Like I'm trying to fight you because they know regardless of what it happens, they're getting a fat check. Like they're getting paid very well to fight
absolutely.
that guy because he's just a household name. You could not know anything about fighting. You know Conor McGregor. You've heard that name before.
You've seen his commercials.
You've seen his commercials. Shout out Proper 12, even though it's not a sponsor. Actually, you know what? Shout out Hongas. They are a sponsor.
Shout out hunger.
But
Open Gardens.
yeah, man, I feel like I don't know if I see him coming back like that. I feel like, and even if we do, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really give a shit. Like I feel like I'm gonna just see him get pieced up, and then I'll be like, okay. Like I really like. Conor was cool when I like first started watching, but then the more I watch of him, I don't like him as like a fighter
person?
or a person. I'm gonna be honest with you. Like he's kind of a scumbag, and I can name you like 12 other people that I'd rather see fight than him. You know what I mean? That are in his same weight class, and that there's only a top 15. You know what I mean? Like it's crazy.
For Conor, for me, is he technically every time he's kind of like left and come back, he kind of adjusted or changed his style per se. So I want to know if he's going to be this heavy coming in, how is he going to adapt to that weight first and foremost? Because you're going to, it's not the same as you're a skinny guy.
No.
So how are you going to use that to your advantage?
I think that him versus Chandler is going to be similar to Chandler versus Gaethje. It's going to be two dudes that are very strong, that are just going to go out and swing at each other like punches and bunches. That's it. You're just going to see two dudes slugging at each other. Someone's going to go down. I do not think they make it the full 5 rounds, but I give it to Chandler. I also think Chandler, very good wrestler. He's going to pick him up and dump him on his head. Not even trip him. He's going to pick him up. And he's going to dump him on his head like a child. It's going to be good, but I feel like I give it like Conor is a bigger guy than Michael Chandler, but I feel like I got Chandler in that one. But again, I don't know if he comes back that soon, maybe later on in the year. I don't know. Who knows? They might do a super fight because John Jones is also injured. So at some point, he might come back. I don't know if you can have them both on the same card, even though I think Conor is a bigger name than John Jones.
I think UFC would want to like
In the MMA.
Separate.
you would separate them to make more money. You know?
Here's the thing
or
when it
just
comes to
make
them
one
making
thing.
more money is like, yes, they do make a lot of money, but at the same time, they have a deal now with ESPN where they just
You get paid regardless.
Here's the check. We don't give a fuck what you put on. You can have the most mid card of all time.
people like-
you just need a certain amount of
People like
cards
you,
a year.
sir,
Yeah.
are gonna watch it regardless.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'm gonna be up at 3 a.m. watching the Erdovizovs fighting and whatnot. I'm like,
Yeah,
all right.
B-Bass nigga.
Yeah, right.
Cool with me, dog.
Shout out The Rock, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, you got that
owning his
trademark, right?
Wow,
He owned. Now he's part owner of
Part of the- no, he's-
top of the umbrella.
he's part of the
chair.
board. He's
The
not an
board.
owner. He's not an owner.
TKO, right?
That's
Yeah.
a big difference.
That's
But
pretty
he's
sick.
part of the
He
he's
owns
part of
his
that.
trademark.
Now he owns his trademark, so he gets his money back. But
Right.
then again, he's over. That's WWE and UFC.
I got one more surprise moment of the year that I need to mention before we go. Derek Lewis, flying knee, 265-pound man flying in the air like Jorge Masvidal to
Like
open up
me.
a fight. Wow. That's a video of me yelling at the TV because I had money on Derek and I was like, yo, this is it. This is it.
go.
Start the fight and he comes out with a flying knee. When was the last time you seen a big man come out with a flying knee?
Not never.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
Never.
The Black Beast.
That's my favorite.
My guy.
That's number one.
My balls are hot.
We have reached
What?
my favorite part of the show. The DJ Boca set a question.
You are now in the mix with DJ Bofka.
The DJ Boca set a question is a game we play at the end of every episode. It's pretty simple. We ask you two different choices, and you pick one or the other one.
Yeah, red pill, blue pill. Please don't pick no orange or purple. You know,
Got
just
it.
one or
Pick the
other.
orange or the purple pill.
Yeah,
Got it.
Got it. Juan, you've been here a bunch of times, but we still have to ask you this same question because of the Manny G rule. So, first question is always the same. Jordan or LeBron?
Conor McGregor.
America.
Jordan again. I feel like I gotta stay true to what I feel like. Again, I don't really watch basketball like that.
don't
MMA
have
all
to,
day,
you know.
but we
don't
all
have
know. We all know. You know what I
You
mean?
can feel it.
Yeah, you just it's the energy, bro. And also when you watch like all the documentaries and stuff about him, like that mentality is crazy. That man's a psychopath. Have you heard of the stories about him gambling and golfing? That man's a problem.
Have you heard what happens if you're seen around him not wearing Jordan? Like, he'll literally make you take your Yeezys off and throw them in the trash.
What if it's Nike? Is it a problem even though it's still the same?
still a problem.
No, it's still a problem.
Problem.
It happened at a Nike event one time.
Okay. Can't rock no Air
And
Maxes,
he's
no
like,
dunks.
nah, man, you're representing Jordan.
That's
why are
crazy.
you wearing Nike? Wearing Nike? I don't give a fuck.
He said that to Melo or something, right? Like
Someone with Melo. But yeah, Melo learned early.
But Melo got
learned.
learned for being at a Nike event.
Yeah.
in general.
You got mad
it's
for being in a picture.
what you
Nice
doing?
neck. Get that on
All
camera.
right.
Zoom.
A lot of these are going to be who would win in a street fight.
Me. Or you.
High kick.
No.
Head kick.
I don't. Damn. I don't know. I see nobody else kick, man.
Pursue.
I don't know if you're going to get him with a head kick.
You're gonna walk into the house one day. You're just gonna see a marker that just says Sanchez, and it's just gonna be him practicing hitting that
so
marker.
you know, I'm very flexible. But mine won't be a knee or anything.
I do them all day to get flexible.
Yeah. Well, I'm just naturally flexible.
Like if you're not practicing that kick, then you're not gonna be able to kick.
That's
That's how I'm saying.
I need that as a shirt. That's the merch. That's the merch.
I hit him with a sparring kick though, right? Bah! Push kick to the chest.
That's the merch
Like
right
you-
there.
Too close, man. Too
Like
close.
you need to be used to doing that motion regularly, so that it's second nature when you're in danger.
That's facts. That's facts.
I kind of want to see someone attack you just so I can
Don't get
see
in the clinch. Gang, gang.
the kick.
I know. I was thinking about that. Like I'm gonna have to pull this out one day.
You're going to have to.
Yeah.
One day, man.
You're going to have to kick
And
somebody.
I wear Tim's a lot, so
Tim to the face.
It's crazy.
Night,
All right.
night.
Who would win in a street fight? Bane.
Brain. Yes. That's my name.
I paused so you could do this little voice because I knew he was going to do it. Or Kingpin.
So here's a question for you.
Brain.
Right? So I know it's one or the other, but it is a clarifying question. Are we talking like Dark Knight Bane, or are we talking with the tubes in his back, juice to the gills Bane?
A comic Bane.
The
You gotta go
Spanish
comics.
one.
Latino heat. Yeah.
Latino Heat? Oh, I gotta go Latino Heat. Even though Kingpin just is like, for some reason he doesn't.
Die?
The physics of Kingpin doesn't make sense to me.
Especially in the Into the Spider-Verse.
It doesn't make any sense to me.
He's
His
just
head's
like
this
a
big,
gigantic
square
circle.
makes no sense to me.
That is true.
I gotta go Bane though.
Yeah, but
I
Kingpin's a
think
fucking
Bane
monster.
he hits that juice and he bench presses him and throws him out a window.
It's not funny. I'm watching two different shows with well, not Kingpin, but D'Onofrio plays Kingpin in
Echo.
Yeah.
And I'm
Good.
also watching Godfather Harlem, where he plays a very racist mafia guy.
Yeah.
He's in that?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Shout out Law and Order Criminal Intent though. That's the first time I saw him.
Oh,
My
for
wife
real?
hates him because of that show.
Really?
really.
Because that she's like, he was a fucking scumbag
That's the
back
dude
then.
from Daredevil.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I've been watching Daredevil.
So they actually recently made Daredevil canon. So now
Yes.
that show is a
Canon
part of the
enough.
MCU. Yeah,
yeah,
canon enough.
once it started on Disney Plus, I've been watching them.
Yeah.
He was, so this movie that wasn't that great called Lift with Kevin Hart. He's in it.
Never heard of it.
Wait, I just seen something that said it was number 2 in the world.
Just because someone put it on
it's on
doesn't mean
Netflix,
it's,
bro.
yeah, it's on Netflix.
I don't
Being a number one movie on Netflix means nothing.
That means
Like,
people try to watch it. Doesn't mean they finished it.
Oh,
Yo, that's facts.
There was definitely
yo, let's be real.
They were gassing it like crazy.
No, let's be real. Kevin Hart, the last 2-3 years, a lot of duds. A lot of movies that are just duds.
What I will say is my wife definitely says, because of this movie, she says, he's actually a better actor than I thought he'd be. And I was like, perfect. I get
saw-
you that. But
Okay.
this movie was exactly what you thought it would be, first and foremost. Nothing was like, oh my God, surprise. And the fact that like he was acting harder than everybody else, I was like, now that kind of throws me off too. Vincent D'Onofrio was in it, and he's
I like D'Onofrio.
Well, he's
I hate
great.
it's
He's
tough
great.
for like you get great actors and you could tell like it wasn't you, it was like the writing and the script and like you could tell like it wasn't your fault. Like you had to work with whatever. Like this is my character. I don't know. I haven't seen the movie. I don't know what character he plays in that shit.
Vincent
but-
D'Onofrio.
Yeah, him in Full Metal Jacket was also really good.
Yeah.
I saw that after Criminal
I never
Intent.
watched that.
That sounds crazy.
That clip I seen of him, like,
It's a really good movie, and I'm gonna tell you this: it's tactic for me. It kind of feels like two movies in one, but it's so good. It's a good watch. You know what I mean? Saturday afternoon. Throw
by
it on.
saying that, is it long? How long is it?
Well, it's like a decent. Like I feel like it's
2
around
hours?
2 hours. Yeah,
Okay,
it's like an average movie. It's just like the story arc because
I got you.
it's like a military movie. So they're like, all right, here's basic training. Here's the war. So
Yeah,
they're
got
1
you.
and 2. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
okay. I gotta watch that.
All
That
right,
was
next
great.
one. Like we mentioned before, we're getting very, very close to our 100th episode.
100.
100.
Let's go.
Cien.
So here's a question based on the number 100.
Ah,
If you divide it by 2, you get 50.
that's right.
Look at that. Look at
All
that.
right, I'm out, guys. Thank you.
Look at that. Look at that. Which one do you think you could eat 100 of? Or which one would you rather eat 100 of?
Okay.
100 pizza bagels or 100 pizza pockets?
Pizza pocket.
Pizza bagels.
What's a pizza pocket?
You mean like a hot pocket?
No, the little
mini-
mini pizza pockets.
You know what I'm talking
Pizza
about?
rolls?
Pizza
Oh,
rolls.
that's what they're called? Pizza,
Pizza
rolls?
Yeah.
I know what he was talking about, though.
Tostitos?
Tostitos.
Yeah.
First of all, that's not how you say it.
Is it Tostitos? Or
I fucking hate it.
It's
Mandela effect got me.
because the chips throw me off.
Yeah.
'Cause
It's,
there's-
that was the same brand, but it's not.
Is it really?
I don't know.
The
It's
yellow
weird.
box.
It's
I know it's
weird.
the yellow
I know what it
box.
is. I know what you're talking about.
I feel like I could eat. You know what? I'm gonna swap it. Actually, I'm gonna do the pizza bites. Now that I think about it, because I feel like that they're less bread, so you could eat more.
Wait,
They're
what's-
easier
wait,
to
hold on.
eat 100.
Now,
Because a pizza
I'm
bagel, you have to.
confused.
It's like a whole bagel with cheese. That's what it is. You know.
Do you
it's
think you can? You think you right now like could do it?
right now,
No, like if you empty stomach right now.
nah, I throw up.
I can't. No,
There's
I
no
can't.
way.
I'm
think
gonna
I
tell
can
you
eat
right now.
100 of anything.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I could put down 40 though.
A bag is probably like 50.
I could eat a bag.
I
feel like
could probably eat a bag. But pizza bagels, no. Like one box of
Pizza
those,
bagels will
like 9
take
of them. like,
forever.
Shout out to
too much.
Sasha. The one time that we paid you, I think it was like $40, and she ate 100 pizza bagels or pizza rolls in like 40 minutes.
No
40
way,
minutes.
for
Yeah,
real.
she
This
weighs
really
like-
happened.
That's
was
100%
legend.
fact, yeah.
She weighs like a $1.05.
Y'all really
She
think
was-
this happened?
she was at least like
on a heavy
3%.
coat day, nigga. Like,
Bro.
She's
Like,
definitely
yeah.
3% fucking pizza bagel.
No,
that
for
day.
sure. After that, but she earned every bit of that money, bro. I'll tell you that. I sat
Pizza
there and I
rolls
was
or bagels?
It was pizza rolls.
Rolls. I'm sorry, rolls.
Jesus.
But we went like BJ's, got the bulk box, and she just sat there, just do
I
like
gave it $40.
40 beans, clean.
that's wow. That's
her.
impressive.
I would need more than that.
I mean, you get the pizza rolls.
Yeah. You feel like pizza rolls?
Strong chance of being sick after.
Can I throw in
very
a question that throws off your both set of questions?
Depends.
I'm a well-trained
That's
host.
also a question.
Try me.
So you guys, how many eggs do you think you can eat, and you can eat them in any way? Go.
How many eggs?
How many eggs, and you can eat
Scrambled
them
eggs.
any way?
And
Scrambled? How many?
So
Depends
I'll give you a
Three is
point of
light work.
reference. I've given this question out a couple times, and I had somebody say 12 eggs deviled. That's 24 deviled eggs because you got to slice them in half. That's a lot of eggs.
I could probably eat 12
That's
That's a
hard-boiled
carton
eggs.
of eggs, bro. Really? I feel like that's more filling somehow. I feel like
It is.
scrambled and fried are where I go, and I feel like I give you a solid 8.
But then again, now me thinking like
8 only?
If I eat 3
That's a
scrambled
lot of
eggs,
You got to think when you eat 3 scrambled eggs, kind of fills the plate. So
It
if you're
does.
going to 4,
Yo,
5,
three,
6,
three is a whole plate, bro.
No, it doesn't.
yeah,
Eggs?
First of all,
Scrambled eggs.
Go home and
also-
scrambled eggs.
You got
That's
put
half,
in
that's
the
half my plate.
3 is half your
Three
plate.
is half the plate.
If you
Because I do 3 all the time. I only do 3 at a time.
A good omelet is probably 3 eggs.
2 to 3 eggs and all.
Yeah, but the omelet got shit in it though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. But you got to think about how much egg that is. Like you flatten it out this whole plate. So now imagine you're gonna eat a whole carton. That's 12 eggs.
Yeah, see,
That's a
Bro,
lot of
I
egg.
can, 5,
I
6
could
times.
probably-
Honestly, what's the one where like you poke it open, that shit starts fucking
Hard boiled?
hard boiled.
no,
No.
it starts leaking.
Fried.
Sunny side.
Sunny side.
Sunny side.
Yeah, with
You
the
can
yolk,
eat that? Nah, nigga, I
No,
can't
because
eat
it's
that.
like once it's liquid, you don't even have to eat it. So boom, you pop.
cheap.
We're gonna throw it back to a
Trying to cheat.
bunch of episodes ago when I was here with Xavier. Xavier, I'm calling you out. This man said he could have 10 eggs, drink them, put them in a cup, he'll drink them.
bro. That's disgusting. I can't do that.
I'm not doing that.
Nah.
Yeah. I feel
I'd
like
rather eat my hard boiled
I
egg.
know
I feel like
I
I got
can-
you 8 fried. 8 fried.
Think
Dude,
about this.
hard-boiled egg, nothing.
Once the sunny side up, and you have the white outside. That's
The yolk.
easy to eat because the yolk fucking splatters everywhere.
So okay.
So all you have to do is eat a bunch of.
So I'm telling you, it's all gonna be on one plate.
I know I can eat more than a carton in any form,
No.
except
More
boiled.
than a carton
No.
of eggs?
Except boiled.
Stop the conversation.
Except boiled.
Stop the
I can
conversation.
definitely do this
How
if you
much
want.
do I have to pay you?
Right? We can do this if you want.
We'll do
do
this
what?
today.
To eat a carton of eggs.
Oh, I will buy the carton too.
Yeah. You'll pay for the
I'm going to
carton.
bed. I'm not doing
You
it.
guys don't think I can eat a carton of scrambled eggs?
I don't want
No.
you to.
What's
honestly.
the time? What, and how much
don't.
time? What's the time you think you could do a whole carton?
Time is crazy. I don't like.
Oh, I'm not giving you a day to eat a carton.
Not a day, not a day in the sitting for sure.
I
but
can
like,
definitely do it
I
a
don't want to
sitting
be
if it was
rushed.
hard boiled.
I'll make them and I'll make them fresh so that way you get a warm egg every single time. But I don't think you can do a whole carton of eggs. I feel like
Well,
you got
there's no
6 or
way.
7 max.
6 or 7.
12 is crazy egg.
I can see you do 6 or 7.
6 or 7 is a fair
Seven,
number.
7. I'm like, damn, nigga.
Bro,
you saw 7?
I'm like a 3 and 4 on a regular.
But that's-
Yeah.
okay,
so now
but
you have to double that shit.
And usually there's stuff on the side like bread, bacon, and shit like that.
Yeah, but those don't fill you up
12
as you think.
eggs, bro.
Twelve-
I
if it was
still
just-
can't get over the fact that you said hard boiled. I feel like that's the most
Hard-boiled
filling.
is
That's
great.
the most filling option.
Really?
That
Yeah.
is the most
Hard
filling
boiled
option.
to me it's like 2-3 bites, you're done.
Thank
Next.
you. It was the most
2
filling
or
for
3
sure.
bites is the problem.
Really? I don't know. Scrambled egg.
Because if they're sunny side up, it's really could be just one bite.
Real quiet over there.
Plus, I had.
I can only eat like 4 or 5 eggs. So
How
would
would
you
you
eat
eat
them?
it? How do you
Scrambled,
guys make
probably.
it scrambled?
Y'all see me eat
Y'all add no
wings.
milk or
Depends,
anything?
'cause I have
A
them
little
on.
bit, a little.
Can I have it on top of mangou? If it's on top of mangou, that changes the answer.
Though I feel like if I had to do it, it would just be egg.
If it was just egg, no, I'm doing because my scrambled egg needs to have a little fluff.
That's some
in
good
it.
protein.
No, because that's the thing is you add all the extra, that's still more filling. You know?
Exactly. So I was like, I'm not doing scrambled because I know I'm gonna fucking bit too much.
All right.
Where hard boiled is like, that's it.
That's it.
I would definitely not do hard boiled.
Because if you think about it,
Nothing.
all right, we're not spending 20 minutes on it.
Next question.
2
Next question.
omelets is possible.
Yeah.
Orangutan or the no, we're not doing
Orangutan versus gorilla.
I don't even. I think we have to retire that question. Honestly,
that. I'll come up with some new ones.
Yeah,
Thank
eventually
you.
it'll come back.
That was a season 2 special. Like,
Season 2.
all right. One of these is happening this weekend, but Royal Rumble or WrestleMania?
Oh man, there's something so dope about the Royal Rumble, bro.
bro.
Like WrestleMania is cool because you get the over encompassing thing. I don't even watch wrestling like that anymore, but there's something about like every now and then I'll get clips on like Instagram or TikTok. Like Edge came back a few years ago, and I got chills watching that, and I haven't watched it in years.
Shout
bro.
out Aries.
You just see that 10, 9, 8, and then it gets to that 1.
Yeah,
and then
yeah,
the
this the-
music hits.
They use the old fucking intros and shit.
Yeah,
So
it's
I was
so
literally
good, man.
going to be in Tampa during the fucking Royal Rumble.
I went to Texas a couple years ago when they were in Texas, and the airport was crazy. So you be careful with that one.
Oh shit.
The airport was wild crazy. If you're
A bunch of
leaving
wrestling
around the-
fans.
everybody merged out, packed. The airport was packed.
All
Everybody.
right, I'm landing Thursday night.
Last thing I want is wrestling merch fans around me.
You got
Someone's getting high kicked.
Y'all remember when
I didn't even think of that.
Foley,
Yeah, so
I was just trying to say
he
the
came in
tickets
3
are-
times.
when Mick Foley,
That's his
Cactus
greatest.
Jack,
That's his
and
greatest.
Dude Love.
Oh yeah.
and lasted a total of
What?
3 minutes.
What? He's back.
Yeah, prices are crazy. Like I try to look for tickets to see. I was like, oh, we're gonna be in town. Maybe we should.
no,
Tickets,
no
for,
way.
tickets for everything is expensive.
Yeah, it's getting
Yeah.
It
crazy.
doesn't even matter what it is.
The
It
resale game needs to die.
Yeah,
needs to.
you need
it
to
needs
figure
to
out.
go away.
Manny Cruz, figure something out. You're the only politician I know.
I was like, what?
He's like, I don't even figure it out, bro.
Figure it out.
I'm a concerned
Everybody
citizen.
just hits him up about like petty little fucking problems and shit.
Yo, there's
My
a pothole
landlord
over here.
didn't shovel my sidewalk.
I
I'm like,
definitely
bro,
last time I was like, yo, these speed bumps on this street over here, Manny, please. Like,
Some
bro,
got
how
taken
much-
away from places that I was pissed off about. So I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
Shout out Manny.
Shut up, right?
I know he probably had nothing to do with it, but shout out
nothing to
him.
do with it, but I'll take the credit though. All right,
What's next
this one's kind of funny. In 2024,
this year?
who would have more IG followers?
806 the show.
Thank you. Malcolm X or Martin Luther King?
Ooh. I
Who
feel
would
like,
have more IG followers?
feel like Malcolm X.
Yeah.
I think that's the right
For
answer.
sure.
Oh,
Yeah,
you would
for
have like
sure.
such a cord following. Of
Yeah.
like,
By any means, is already.
Here's my thing. I'm gonna go with 2 things. I'm gonna go with 2 different ways. I feel like Malcolm X would have the most followers, but I feel like MLK would have the stronger fan base.
Yes. Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Malcolm X would have more followers. More people would buy tickets to go see MLK. Feel me? Feel me?
Yeah.
It's like you having a lot of people stream your music, but ain't nobody buying tickets to the concert because they know the hot parts of the song. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that.
Oh, that's a good way to think
They
about
can't
it.
wait to see what Malcolm X about to do.
I feel like there's nothing in there.
But are they fans? Right? It'll be, even though the non-fans are like tuning into Malcolm X.
Yeah, you watch it. You watch it.
Let me see what he's doing. Like, oh, he
by any means. He said it.
Growing up, what were you more into? Pokemon or Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yu-Gi-Oh.
Pokemon?
I still got my deck. Who wants it? Bring it. I got you.
yeah, let's go.
Yu-Gi-Oh, Beyblades. I'll run that right
I
now.
pulled up to the mall when they was doing the tournaments.
Wild.
Yo, it was crazy, and I realized like this ain't a place for me.
We shout
I
out.
I don't think I even play. I don't even
I
think
walked into
played.
Harrison's one time when it was a tournament. I'm like,
That's what I was about to say. We shout out a lot of places. Shout out Harrison's Comics. I used to go there and play
Yeah.
Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments all the time. Undefeated.
For real.
Undefeated.
I used to have like the tune.
No idea.
Cartoon.
I know which one you're talking
Cartoon
about. I know which one you're talking about. The clock, right? The clock, right? Yeah. I know which one you're talking about.
Clock?
It was a whole set of like Toon Yu-Gi-Oh cards that came out because what's the blonde dude that was Yugi's friend?
Joey Wheeler.
That was his whole deck. That was his whole deck.
Use.
Now we're getting into
Yeah, like
How
a
much?
thick-ass,
How much do
New
we
York
think
accent?
all 5 pieces of Exodia are worth right now?
Exodia,
Insane. It worked too much then.
So much money.
right? I'd
So
rob someone for Exodia right now.
Right now.
Shout out Nathan for having this Exodia back in the day.
Leave him with the shoes, but take the Exodia cards.
Yeah. If I see a blue eyes white dragon,
Yo, I used to go to Nathan's house almost every weekend, and this dude would have more and more Yu-Gi cards, but they'll be like from Japan. So
No, we don't count those. We don't
nah,
count
they
those.
don't. They don't.
So he had the
felt like I was
Exodia
one of the
Japanese
first
ones.
with the red. Was the red eyes black dragon or the
That's
black?
hard. That's hard. Yeah,
Which
the
one?
red
Red Eyes Black
Dragon.
Legend,
I think
yeah.
I was one of the first with one of
Yeah.
those. Everybody had the blue, the white.
That was a great one, though.
I gotta stop introducing topics I don't know nothing about.
What do you mean? I was gonna say you're the one that asked the question. Which
I
was
knew it would be a good question for you guys.
He was there.
That's me just being a good
Pokemon-
host.
Pokemon
I was
for
never.
me.
I
Pokemon?
was. We were never in.
Pokemon's the
Pokemon
game,
out.
not the card game. No.
So
Yeah,
Pokemon,
if it was-
it was just money for me because we would. I'm not gonna tell you how we got these cards, but we got the cards and we're selling them. That's all I cared about Pokemon. I was never into the
selling them.
game.
For
and
me,
shit.
it was Pokemon the video
That's what
game,
I'm gonna
Video
watch, yeah.
game.
but never the card game.
Never the card
Yeah.
game.
Nah.
I found a holographic Charizard on the way home one day, and that made my life.
Yeah.
So shout out
It
that.
made my life, bro.
That's fire.
Some
When was
bullshit
this?
had The worst day that day. I
It
bet.
was coming from because we lived so close to the daycare.
Well, how old was you?
Daycare days.
was
So
2
this is
years
like
ago.
4th grade, 5th grade.
So that's when
That was like peak Yu-Gi-Oh time.
That's when
Fourth,
you, that's
fifth
when you
grade
peaked.
for us.
I don't even peak. But that was the most. Like,
Because at Salem Point Daycare, we would like battle each other all the time.
All right, enough
and
of this
that's how I got
Yu-Gi-Oh.
my cards, bro. He beat you for your card. Let's get it.
All right, next question. And this is we're talking Chinese food here.
We'll bring it back.
Chicken wings or chicken fingers?
Chicken wings. Chicken fingers suck.
Chicken fingers suck.
Chicken
Unless you get a good,
suck.
I
like,
love chicken fingers.
I like chicken fingers. but you gotta
Honestly,
get a
I-
good
Right
chicken
there, you
fingers.
already lied. There's no good anything. You know what I mean? I've never had a chicken finger where I was like,
For real, this some.
Where you eating at?
yeah.
This some.
Where you
Nah.
Hunger's dog.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie to you.
fingers are hungry good.
On the
wait.
list of appetizers,
Wait, we were
chicken
talking
fingers is pretty low on the list.
Chicken fingers is very low.
Wait, we're talking Chinese food?
Yes.
Nigga, what?
He said Chinese food.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I didn't.
Nah, because I feel like if you're gonna say chicken fingers, you say chicken tenders. If you're talking about like those,
Yeah.
So I said Chinese food.
yeah,
feel
you say
you on
chicken
that.
tenders. Yeah,
Really?
Chicken, chicken fingers, bro.
Chicken
I feel like they're
fingers are
whack,
nice.
like with the breaded and all that.
Yeah.
With duck sauce?
No, I feel that if we're going
Because here's my thing. I understand what you're saying, but there's a lot of things on that menu I would order first.
Yeah.
If we get the poo platter, that's the last thing that's getting touched.
Nah, the egg rolls.
Yeah, it's definitely the egg
Egg
roll.
roll.
Really?
That's one of the
Egg rolls untouched.
Crazy. No. I'll eat
Egg
it
roll
with
goes
man.
untouched.
The egg rolls, I seen the end.
Nah, egg roll hits.
Or the fucking
Even the fried shrimp one. I had
pancakes.
That's good. too.
Scallion
scallion
pancakes?
Yeah.
You had
Right.
the fried shrimp and the egg roll and scallion
I'm leaving
before
them
fucking chicken
motherfucker.
finger?
Yes.
You wild.
Yeah.
You
That
wild.
chicken finger with
Actually,
no duck sauce.
let's-
go crazy.
let's order poo
You know what
platter,
it is?
'cause I'll eat that and
Yo,
you eat that.
If
That's
you,
what
if you
follow
get
me.
a nice thin chicken finger, like not the one with thick breading.
Of course not.
I think my issue is the breading.
Yeah,
I feel like the breading doesn't really taste like anything. So
When it has a nice crisp too.
Yeah, here's a question. Are you go to your fridge, you see 5, 6 chicken fingers,
Uh-huh.
no duck sauce. You eating them?
Yeah.
Air
Popeye's
fryer.
biscuits is what I'm hearing right now.
Nah, 'cause
Popeye's
Air
biscuits,
fryer.
no
So-
drink. Is
Ah,
what
but
you
no
just said
duck
to
sauce,
me.
no
That sounds crazy.
First of all, there would never be a situation where I have that in my fridge and no duck sauce. They come together. They come together.
Duck sauce is in my
maybe
fridge
you
right
used
now.
You get a whole
But-
big ass bag of duck sauce.
Sorry, I forgot who I was talking to.
When you
talking about?
reheat, when you
Say
reheat,
no
I know
duck
you don't
sauce.
like
That's
to
like saying no
reheat.
ketchup in
Nah,
my
air
crib.
fryer, bro. Air fryer changes the
like
game
ketchup.
on
No,
the reheat
but
game.
Air fryer, baby.
So I don't like the breading when it's fresh sometimes because like
Soft.
no, the opposite. Sometimes it's crunchy.
That's crunchy to it.
When you get it the second day and you microwave it.
Bro, we don't
air
microwave
fryer,
food
baby.
anymore, man.
I
Air
know,
fryer.
nigga, we grew up a long time with only a microwave. It's fucking air
We
fryer.
also have VCIs, and we moved on to like other shit, bro.
No, but
Shout out
most of
VCRs.
our lives have been microwave. Air fry's only been like 2 years.
All right, so that's what we're doing now.
All right, so, but yeah, I haven't
More
put no
than 2
chicken
years,
finger in no motherfucking air fryer.
You
either.
should.
You should, nigga.
Why would
You
I?
air fry
put-
the eggs and you
I
have
put my
all the 12.
Bro,
Chinese
everything
food
goes
plate in the air fryer.
Everything goes in the air fryer. I don't remember the last time I even used a microwave.
12 eggs, dude.
Absolutely.
I'm not a fan of air fryer. Like I didn't even
Clearly.
finish what I was saying.
Because you're going to go on a rant about air fryers, and we don't want to
A softer chicken finger
trying to avoid it.
sometimes tastes better.
Okay.
I sometimes
With
like
duck
it.
sauce or not duck sauce?
I'd argue
I'd
they're
eat it
equally trash.
if I didn't have duck sauce. I'd still eat it.
I wouldn't.
I'm usually not one to give away like food where I'm like, I don't really want to. You want to? That's something.
I'd give away a chicken
You want
finger.
that? Yeah.
I'd give away a chicken
How
finger.
high on that list is goons?
Very.
Number one?
Like,
Very.
no, like if you had to give it a
Oh.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. what
Shout
that?
out my boy Ricky. He asked me this question.
Shout out Ricky.
Triangle or the like pouch?
Pouch.
Triangle.
Pouch? Ooh.
I'm a pouch. I'm a pouch motherfucker.
Triangle.
That's a good question.
I was
Triangle.
there when he asked that.
Add it to the list.
Yeah,
I was there
pouch.
when he asked that, and I
Those
couldn't
little
figure-
bites where you can eat like 70 of them shits, bro.
Triangle.
Triangle, man. I feel like I gotta go triangle.
I might have to go triangle because I haven't found a
Why
a
the fuck
pouch
do we talk
that's
about
as
Chinese
good
food
as
so
the
much on this
triangle
show?
that I
That's the
like.
thing. I haven't found a pouch as good as a triangle.
Nah, man.
The inside of every pouch.
So you know what it does?
Is a little foul.
The pouches, the most. It was like the buffets would have those the most.
Yeah,
and now
yeah.
that buffets are not really around, you don't get them as much.
Dude, Mandarin buffet with that pouch, it wasn't hitting like that.
Sometimes, nah,
that
they
was
wasn't
like
like
that.
that.
It was
It
great.
wasn't hitting like
Nah,
that.
man.
Nah,
I feel like the triangles hit, bro.
Triangles
I will
from
agree.
Hunger are A1.
More places I visited have the better triangle that I've had like maybe 1 or 2 of the pouches. I'm like, oh, these are pretty, pretty good.
I feel like if you get the pouch,
Shout out Minzu in Salem.
Yeah.
Best crab rangoons, period.
Minzu?
Where
yo,
is that?
they got the
Period.
pouch.
Canal Street in
They
Salem.
got the pouch.
They got the
Sushi
pouch?
spot.
List.
Wait, Happy House used to be?
No, Canal Street. It's the sushi spot.
They're next to
Yes, Canal Street.
O'Reilly's. They're right next to O'Reilly's.
O'Reilly's.
There we go.
O'Reilly's.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. All right, we gotta get
shop.
through this. We can't talk about Chinese food and fucking you.
We should have a
No,
whole
but
episode
they're
on
the
just
best.
Chinese
If
food.
I had to recommend, because I'm the Chinese food correspondent, I don't count it. It's not Chinese food, but it's my favorite sushi spot, and that's Minzu Sushi.
Shout out Minzu.
Shout out to them.
Shout out Dumpling Gardens, by the way, if you haven't had it.
Yo, you
Dumplings
like
are
Josh,
amazing.
heard
y'all been
good
dying
things.
to say it.
Dumpling Gardens.
Josh,
You're not-
under his breath, has said Dumpling Gardens like 4 times in this episode.
So true, but he's not the only one that has mentioned how good.
Yeah, I've heard good
It's
things.
Let's move on.
All right, next.
All right, who would win in a street fight?
Me.
Ninja Turtles or Power Rangers?
Oh, that's
They fight each
No,
other.
no fucking big. What's it called? The
Voltron.
I don't know if I told the
Yeah,
story on here
one of them
before.
niggas.
Like Voltron.
What's Voltron?
Have you guys seen the episode where they're
They
together?
fight, yeah.
So I got I got grounded when that came out, and that's cable TV, baby. You can't just record that shit.
Yeah, right.
I missed that shit. That was a whole part of my childhood gone because I wanted to be a badass little
This
kid.
only I remember is just
Yeah, I feel like here's my thing. Power Rangers got they have like powers, low key. So I feel like I gotta go with them.
Power Rangers have powers,
I
yeah.
guess it depends on which one you go with because there's so many. But I feel like as much as I like TMNT, I feel like Power Rangers would kind of take that one.
I feel like a mutated.
That's a split decision.
it's
That's a split
because
decision
there's
fight.
also
Yeah,
it's 6
I'm gonna
versus
go
4.
with the mutated
What was 6?
turtles.
The Power Rangers 6 people.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many colors are there?
Red, pink,
I like the one with red first.
blue, white,
The white,
or green.
the white isn't always there.
Black,
Green.
We going Mighty Morphin? What are we talking about?
Minor Morphin.
Okay.
Red, white.
Tommy
Jason,
came after.
Tommy,
Tommy came after.
Kimberly,
I'm telling you right now, Tommy got 2 of them. Tommy's
Billy.
handling 2 of the turtles.
Zach, and you got to go with Katrina.
That's a solid group. I feel like I gotta
That's
go
6.
Power Rangers.
I'm
Shout
going
out Power
Ninja
Rangers
Turtles.
He's
SP.
getting jumped.
I think I'm going Ninja Turtles.
That's a solid one. You
They
know what?
also have weapons that can actually kill you.
I was gonna say they'll kill them. That's the only thing.
If you go with comics, they murder
just to
everybody.
Are the Zords allowed? Are they allowed to go Megazords? Cheating? All right,
But
fair.
to even it out, you have to add Casey Jones and
April O'Neil?
Splinter.
Not April.
April O'Neil. The
Run?
fuck?
Yeah. So we need footage of this.
Broadcast it?
Yeah, reporter.
All right. Another street fight.
Okay, I
Movie
like-
coming out in July. Wolverine versus Deadpool.
That's a hard one.
Bub.
That ends in a tie.
I don't think you understand the.
That ends in a tie. Well,
Sounds like a bubble to me.
here's my thing. Right, they both have regenerative healing powers.
Yes, but one's stronger. But yes.
If you're going to go with like, all right, we're gonna go with like a fight and like a point system, I go with Wolverine.
Okay.
I go with Wolverine.
Oh,
But
like a point system.
a point system. But if you're going to fight to
None
the
of these
death, who
motherfuckers-
dies? We saw Deadpool get his legs chopped off. He got them little baby legs, and he grew back. So you know what I mean? Like,
Wolverine can really only die by drowning.
yeah,
He can drown?
yeah.
That's the only thing he die by drowning. That's the only way Wolverine can die.
No,
Is
'cause
drowning.
even then, it has to be drowned for like 2 days.
Oh, he's gonna be there.
Yeah,
but he's gonna drown.
He's got to be there for a minute because he was. I was watching. I just recently watched like the newer set of the like Days of Future Past and that whole new like
Okay.
new set. And there was one of them where he gets metal put through his body and they
Yep,
threw him in a
and
lake.
that's how you do it.
And he just laid there for a minute. He died. They got him out of the water, and his body was just like, "No, you good." And he just came back.
Yeah, eventually, yeah. But that's how you do it.
It's an interesting one. If you were in an escape room for $1 million, you escape, you with $1 million.
$1 million.
Who would you want to be your partner? REG or Sanchez?
Why do you always got to put me?
Yeah. You,
I know,
an
man.
escape room? I'm not even sure what an
Yeah,
escape room
you know what
is.
it is?
Slice is clear.
You will always pay for your little raisin stunt. That's what it really what it
That's
is.
fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
Forgive me, don't forget.
I feel like I gotta go with Sanchez on that one. Okay. Just because you just said that you don't even know what an escape room
Yeah,
really
right,
is. So
right,
I feel
I
like
don't know what to like.
you escape, you get out.
I'm good at problem solving for sure. If it is something that has to
It's-
do problem
you
solving.
get put in a room and they give you clues
I would
to the
honestly-
next clue to the next
I think
clue.
I would pick Ariel because I think
He thinks that's out of the box, right?
that one. And I think sometimes Josh gets, this is my plan, and you're not talking me out of this. This is the way we're doing it.
Awesome.
I think he'll be more receptive to
Find
like,
a way out.
I've cheated in every single escape room that I've ever been in. Like
I've
the
never
amount
been
of
to
times
one.
that they're
You've
like,
been in one?
yeah, I've done so many. They're like, yo, you got to get this
many.
key out of this box, and they're like, find this clue, and I'm like, no, you could just pull this right open, dog. Like,
Yeah.
I've broken the things and be like, here's the key. Like, you told me to get out. You didn't tell me I had to follow the rule. You just said get out. So
Escape.
I got out.
Deal.
If it's doing that.
Shit.
and then just high kicks the door open.
I changed my answer, man. High kick at the door.
I'll tell you now, I will juggle out through that wall.
There we go.
It's going to happen. I'm getting out.
We are not following the rules, but we're getting out. All right.
We will win.
Better fighting game, Tekken or Mortal Kombat?
Mortal Kombat. Hands
Yes.
down. Shout out Mortal Kombat, Shaolin Monks. One of the best Mortal Kombat
that's not
games
what I
slept
thought.
on.
That's
Slept
not what I
on
thought you were
heavy.
saying.
We had this conversation.
But shout out
one for
JQ. He's
PlayStation
a
2?
big Tekken guy.
Tekken He
is.
And that's not my forte. I'd rather have Street Fighter than Tekken.
I never really got into. Yeah, I'd rather have Street
Ooh,
Fighter.
You know what? That would have been a better question.
Shout
Street
out my
Fighter or
yeah,
Tekken?
my brother gave me the first gaming console I got was the Super Nintendo, and the Street Fighter 2.
That was my first console as well.
Absolute heat.
First game was Super Mario Brothers.
Yep.
Or remember Marvel vs. Capcom?
That's a
great
heat
game.
That's a heat
Heat.
fighter. That's a
Number
heat fighter
3.
game.
I think I have number 3 at home.
And last but not least, who would you rather smoke a blunt with? Dave Chappelle or Cat Williams?
I feel like that's a hard one. That's honestly the trickiest one. I feel
It'll be a
like
T-Heat regardless.
Dave Chappelle. I feel like Cat Williams would try to like tell me way too much shit that like he's gonna talk too much and I'm be like, this is a
bro.
lot, and then he's gonna try to challenge me to a 40-yard dash, and I don't want to do that. You know what I mean?
Because you'll lose?
Yeah, you saw him in the gym. Did you see that clip?
Yeah.
Man was out. You know what I mean? He was out
Trust
there.
me.
It's crazy how he proved it's crazy how he proved everything he said there. in that little-
Nobody said anything. Like nobody denied any of his allegations, which is the funniest thing to me. Nobody came out. Everybody came out. Ludacris came out with bars for some reason. Everybody came out
got
and was just
bars
like,
back.
"Hey,
He got bars back.
that was rude." That's all they said. Nobody did anything.
Yeah,
Nobody
that's
was.
Painting a bad picture
Now you
about
know
us.
he was right.
Everyone was
Tell
like,
the truth.
"Whoa, hey, ho." That's fucked up. And then they just kept it like that. Nobody, like, even I think Steve Harvey got the most of the hate, and even he did. I mean, to be fair, if you're Steve Harvey, I wouldn't respond either.
No, Cedric
He knows what that
responded,
means.
and so did
The Cedric allegation
No, I
is
see-
crazy.
I believe it.
and he's like, "Why are you talking about something that happened 40 years ago?" I was like, "Dude, so you're not saying it?"
Yeah, you're not saying no.
Why you always bringing up old shit? That's what everybody say. Why you bringing up old shit? Like, nigga, like you.
We
did
grown
this
now. Shit, we moved on.
Like I'm one of those people that I believe in all the things, like, let's say the conspiracy theories and all that shit. But I'll tell you right now, I'm not gonna sit there and talk about it with nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's some research I do. Not even research, shit that I've learned or
Our research though.
and believe what I believe, but I'm not gonna sit there and have like a conversation about the Illuminati with someone. You know what I'm saying?
Randomly.
Yes.
It's like those situations where those conversations have to have matching energies, or it's not going to happen.
Yeah.
I feel like Cat Williams would be, like I said, just very talkative the entire
Yeah.
time, and I feel like it kind of killed the vibe. But here's a question: there's a side question for it. Dave Chappelle, the older Dave Chappelle or the younger Dave Chappelle? I feel like I do it with the younger Dave Chappelle over the newer one. The younger Dave Chappelle was more like when he was what is it, half baked?
Yeah, big.
I feel like that one.
The older one, you get some wisdom, man.
The
You get some
Chappelle
shit.
show, Dave.
Chappelle show.
That's
Yeah,
a good.
for
That's
sure.
that's a dope one. That's true. All right.
But yeah.
Older one, I get wisdom for sure.
Probably. All right, shout out.
Shout out.
Shout out to Vibe.
Shout out Nerd Gods. He's
shout out
doing
Nerd
crazy
Gods.
work. I love
Shout
it.
out Nerd Guys. You guys
Yo,
got a little wave going.
Y'all got me into D&D. This is my first campaign, and I'm out here level 3 barbarian doing my thing. You know?
You feel me?
I'm trying. It's hard to pick up, but I'm definitely supporting
From afar.
From
I like
afar.
it.
No, I'm trying. I've came into one of the recordings. I
definitely-
listened to a couple episodes.
It's definitely
So
has
it's
caught
just a
my
lot.
interest.
It's a lot.
It is a lot.
It's a
Definitely
lot.
has caught my interest, and I'm ready to.
But
be
it
a
definitely
barbarian.
sounds dope, and I'm just glad that Nerd Gods is dropping every 2
Be a
weeks,
fighter, man.
and it's back in rotation. We got Quo back on the mic, and
Yo,
that's what I'm
Nerd
happy
Gods.
about.
Nerd Gods is such a perfect. Like when they were even down to the logo, just like this right here. I love it.
Nerd Gods.
Yeah.
Right. Shout out to Hongas.
Yeah, shout out.
Hongas,
out.
Minzu, what other food places?
Dumpling.
Dumpling
Garden.
Garden. Shout out you. You just made
Shout
it.
out Nine. What was it? China Cafe and Peabody. You're my guys forever.
Okay.
I can't. You guys
feel
are
that.
amazing.
So is this gonna happen? Are we guys gonna do the tour?
Yes, we tore
The people wanted it. I've gotten
China.
several
Toda
DMs
Asia.
saying, when is 806 the show going to do the Chinese food tour?
Are you joining us with this?
So we're gonna have to
100%.
make. We're gonna have to make a list.
check it twice.
we're hitting the whole North Shore. That's a lot of places. It's like-
Yeah, we're gonna have to go through the list twice, right? Because how do you know?
Why do you have to go twice?
Because how do you know off the first rip? Like you gotta try it
There's
twice.
3 of y'all. Y'all can't just get.
Are we
I meant
or
to
hear
listen
me out,
to
hear me
Joe,
out.
but yeah.
Are we just, is this going to be like Dave Portnoy pizza review, or are we doing like, this is
on
the
the
best?
spot?
Right, tell you right now.
Tournament.
I already have it.
Bracket.
You're gonna have an actual sheet of paper. It's gonna have goons first. You got rice next to it, and you have all like that. And we have to grade them to like 1 to 5 each one. So the top score could be like 15 for this. Over here, it's a 17. They're a better restaurant in general. But
Okay.
they might have better goons here, but them over here in total is better. You know,
Got you.
like that.
I got you. I like that. That's a fair rating
All right,
system.
so
I like that.
the host of this
submit,
soon to be titled Chinese food contest, REG Sanchez and Juan.
Yeah,
You guys submit
Welcome.
submit what we should go check out because there's
100%.
so many.
And let me
There's so
tell
many.
you, I don't dislike a damn restaurant.
That's absolutely that's everything. No matter what you do.
And any food,
I love everything.
He's been
I
a
just love
positive
stuff
person.
more.
I say I keep an open mind to a lot of.
Absolutely.
If it's ass, it's ass. I'll
Thank
tell
you, Juan, for coming back as MMA correspondent. He will be doing more stuff for us. Pause. And especially
So many possible moments in the side.
so many. And apparently he's part of this Chinese food thing we're doing. So
Let's go.
thank you. We'll see him again soon.
Asian
Co-host
cuisine.
REG, co-host Sanchez. I'm Melly Mel. We'll see y'all next week. 100 coming soon, baby.
Let's go.
Peace.
Solo.
806 The Show is a proud member of the Vibe Entertainment family, so make sure you follow us on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, as well as Facebook and the Gram. Leave us some comments, hit us with some likes, show us some love. You already know. It's 806 The Show.
806 The Show, you're. Take that. 806 The Show.